right, guys. We are officially live. Woot, 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 woot. Hooray, hooray! Ben, I have music playing. See, look. I'm proud of myself.
I can hear it.
I started it.
Good. My immersion, it begins.
So, last session was a fun little excursion into the world of shopping. As you guys went around purchasing some of your magic items that you've had on your little wish lists or whatnot for a little bit. And then,
wish list.
What's your wish list? Is it just like massive? Is it like the size of every other wish list? Like 5.5 inches, the American standard wish list?
It's the girthiest wish list.
Oh, so it's like 5.5 inches wide.
Yeah. you could almost say the word gaping to describe it.
It's like a DVD, but
this is COVID related.
Anyway, so we went shopping around, checked out the old remnants of the tavern of Lucia's Tavern, where Corzo found that piece of parchment that had been burnt up on the edges a little bit. He's not sure if it's functioning or not, but you now have the other end of Lucia's communication device, which is unfortunate that it's not on Lucia, but you guys having it is a good thing. So, what else happened? Yeah, you basically. Oh, the book. Oh, yeah, that was a big one. Okay. As you guys were trying to figure out where to teleport, a few of you decided to go back to Mousek's office, even though he's not there, because he had a pretty comprehensive library of fancy books. You weren't sure what you'd find, but as you were poking around, you did find a book by the name of
Jacob.
Not Jacob. That's not it. It's not super important, but I have it, and I will bring it up. Mousek's office. The Banishment of Mortals. And it was speaking upon different planes. Corzo, being the most wisdomized person, started reading it. Right. As Corzo opened the book came to life almost in front of him. The pages making faces, then making images and mountains. It was very clear to Corzo as he was looking at this. It seemed like a real life documentation of what's actually happening in the hells at this specific moment. As you read a little bit, you found out a few interesting things. You found out that the number of soul coins you have corrupts you faster. You found out that there is somebody in the hells that is very much against Ralmith, and that would be Asmodeus. And you guys thought maybe that's a good ally to seek out. And I don't want to say too much more because I can't remember exactly what else you found out. So if you want to tell me, Corzo, what else you learned, that'd be awesome.
Begin.
Yeah, no, I think that just about covers it.
Okay.
Hang on.
It's like, yeah. You have the notes. I have a lot more notes, but I don't know if you know that. I don't know if you know that, so.
All right, hell knows. There's 9 levels. We have all been to the first level every time we die. You get corrupted if you stay there too long. Oh, sorry. Souls are currency. The more souls you have, the more currency you have. However, also the more corruption you have. There are several cities throughout hell. The second is controlled by Dispater. It is the City of Blood on the second level of hell. Ralmith, there is an internal battle between Ralmith and Asmodeus. So Asmodeus might help us out because he is losing. And he's losing control over the 8th level of hell, which is where he resides. That's all I got.
All right. With that, you guys put the book down. As you kept making the saves, higher and higher saves DCs. You were getting better and better. But you decided to put it back on the shelf and not risk any more, maybe permanent damage to yourself. So it's now back in Mousek's office. With that, you guys decided to make your way out and gather back up as a group and teleport yourselves into the hells using the tuning fork that Adalia had just acquired from the blacksmith in Skellig. With that, you guys opened up this portal in front of you. It was just a black void, basically. A little bit of redness to the tinging area. And you guys, Adalia bravely just walked through happy as could be. And everybody taken with the new go get 'em attitude of Adalia was like, oh, I guess we're doing this. Let's go. Kind of boosted all of your guys' energy a little bit as you just watch Adalia, who's usually the last to do things, or not first necessarily. You guys all just kind of went in after. As soon as you guys emerged, you felt the ground underneath your feet, and it was muddy, and as your boots feel like they're almost sinking in this ground. As you look around, there's small bits of vegetation and plants that look like they may be dying or are already partially dead to begin with. And you hear a noise, a very loud, not quite a caw, but more like it's like above head. And as you guys look up, you see this creature riding a horse, a blackened horse that's wrapped in chains. And underneath and next to them, you see this other winged creature flying down with these red leather wings. And it looks like they're scouring over top. It seems as if they have spotted you. At this point. Yeah. And with that, you guys can make a full perception, or you can hide, or you can do something. What would you guys like to do before initiatives are rolled?
Perception.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll make a perception.
Okay.
14.
Okay, Chikara. With your perception, it seems as if one of them knows precisely where you are, but the others don't know. It seems like the horse is like going straight towards you, but the others seem to be a little clueless and letting the horse almost guide them, almost like it's the ringleader. With that, Sevatar becomes
We've
one
been
with the
spotted.
mud.
I know what you mean about we. Look at me. I'm
Should
a
we,
tree.
should we be using a spell for this?
You mean like fireball?
The horse is bringing him right to us.
Ooh, that better not be my
No point in hiding any.
Just
What horse?
charging down even closer. At this point, it's about 200 feet away from you guys.
Time to take aim.
Which the horse or the...
The horse and the person riding on the back of the horse. The other one looks like it's tailing behind, but not by much. Maybe 10 feet, 15 feet.
I'm gonna draw my sword and activate my right.
Okay. And with that, everybody roll me your initiatives in 1 second. Making sure it's clear. All right. Yes. Go ahead and roll me initiatives.
21.
Oh, whoops.
Minimum.
What's up, Spotted Ox?
Am I down 20 health, by the way, Eric, for any reason?
Are you down 20 health for any reason?
Yeah, because my character is saying 91 out of 91, but I should be at 111.
No,
We had a long rest, so you should.
not that I'm aware of, unless you're poisoned
Shouldn't-
or necrotic.
I thought everybody in the party had.
One's down.
I'm just making sure because again, my character token is saying 91, but my
I thought
sheet's
everybody
saying
in the
101.
party except for Broy had above 100 HP max.
Yeah.
I normally do, but I am down 10 hit point maximums right now.
There we go. That's better.
I started this. I just was at 106 hit points. I don't remember what hit me.
Yeah, you got taken. You took damage from the book, the psychic
Oh,
damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, yours makes sense, but like Sevatar, is that your actual max HP?
I'm pretty sure it's 91. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is. Okay, cool. With that, Roy, you're up first. Let me change the music here, and
Dun, 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 dun.
do. You see these creatures as they're flying on down. You guys all had one action to do something. So, Sevatar, you hid, getting your stealth. Adalia, what would you like to do?
Just kind of back up, especially if I see Savitar disappearing into the night. Take a step back.
Okay. They're coming from this
Aside
direction.
from pull out my bow, but I always have it out.
Yeah, that's fine. Corzo, you activated your right, and you're like just standing ready just in case they land right next to you or whatever.
Are we supposed to see this?
See what's. Oh no, that doesn't matter. Let me delete him.
The wee boy.
No, that was for a completely different thing. I totally thought I had already deleted it. So Corzo's doing. Roy, what are you doing for your readied action or action?
I got nothing.
Okay. Polaris.
I guess I'll hold. Actually, I take it back. I'm gonna hold to cast Mind Sliver on something.
Okay. Polaris.
What is the terrain
I'm
around?
going to
Like,
I'm going to activate my dragon.
Okay. Go ahead. And then Chikara.
How far are they? Did you say?
Like 150, 100 feet-ish, something like that at this point now.
Well, the one that's within 120, I'm going to Eldritch Blast.
Okay. So you can hit the horse or the horse rider. Which one would you like to hit?
I will hit the horse.
Okay. Roll me an attack roll. It's 25 hits. All right.
No, that's not correct. It should be. Oh, right.
Oh, I
it's
need to
one
do
roll
this.
per. So I roll 2 more. That's right.
Okay.
I forgot Eldritch Blast. We roll dice separately.
Oh no. Okay. I'm gonna have to do this. The 17 and the 12, I believe, both miss, but I'm gonna double check. Just give me 1 second. I had to reload and
the 17 misses and the 12.
Well, 12 hit. 12 misses for sure.
I don't know.
But I
Insight.
don't know about the 17 misses as well.
Oh, I have advantage because I hate horses, right?
You know what? You're right. You're right. All right. I'm just pulling these out for myself so I can see them a little bit better. Okay. All right. You hit the horse force. All right, and it takes how much was that again?
9 force.
9 force. Okay, it does seem to do full damage to it.
9 force for the horse.
Does it seem to have any effect, or is it still just like coming on at us?
It's still coming. In fact, at this point, the other one gets and now actually has a pinpoint vision of where you guys are. Okay.
It's a force blast. I don't know that it's precisely visible.
It has a pretty damn good idea where you are, and looks. at the general direction. It was just following the horse to begin with. All right, Broy, you are up first. And at this point, I'm going to move them onto the token layer so you can see them a bit better. I guess you wouldn't have really been able to see it until it was 90 feet away, so you hit it at 90 feet away instead. Because it's dark. It's darker here.
I see.
So
Anything
with
till 60
that,
feet away?
all
I
right.
will say I
So
am emitting light, so that might not be too great for us.
I am
I'm
also
also
emitting 20 feet.
oh yeah, okay. So all right, cool. Great. That's funny.
Also, Eric, is your camera off? Or...
My camera is not off, but you may have to reconnect me. I have to reconnect everybody else. I had to reset the thing because of reasons. All right. Broy, it is within 60 feet of you.
Make an in save.
Which one?
Whichever one's within 60 feet.
All right. All of them are within 60 feet at this point. They're about they're about 40 45 feet flying down.
Whichever one's been hit.
All right, so the horse it is. Wisdom save, you say?
Can't save.
Int save, you say? All right. Oh, yes. Okay, cool. What's your DC?
19.
It will fail. And it'll take 8 psychic damage.
Wow. 3d6, I got an 8. Guys. It also has a minus 1d4 from its next save.
Its next save? Okay. Yeah, okay, cool.
It is
All right.
psychic damage, I don't know if that matters.
It does. But I already took it as psychic damage, so. Is that it for you, Broy?
Alright, I'm a BRB.
Okay. The chain, the
Well,
double
that-
writing on the
Are you gonna
back
action or no?
is going to wait. That triggered at the. Sure, yeah, you get another action.
Oh, mind sliver it again.
All right, cool. Makes another int save. And it fails again.
Minus 1d4 from
DC
that.
19.
It fails.
Not bad. Not
Okay,
bad.
10 damage.
All right, and then it's going
Yeah,
to.
I think that's both mine, yeah.
It's going to fly its distance here. At the end of your turn. And it is pretty large. Corzo, I don't know if this is within range of your attack, but if it is, then you get your attacks.
It's not.
Okay.
It's 10 feet away.
Okay. With this, you see the chains on this horse start to manifest outward around, and it is going to do. Okay. First attack is going to go against you, Broy, and is going to miss. Epically, the chain kind of goes out and gets caught around the horse's neck and kind of like turns its head a bit. But then the second one is going to go out to Polaris. Polaris, it's going to hit you.
Leave that poor man alone.
Is Polaris out front again?
He
Yes, sir.
is.
Of course he is.
So Polaris, you're going to take 9 slashing damage.
Alright.
And then you are grappled to the horse.
To the horse.
Yep. To the chains that are wrapped around this horse. And then Corzo, it's going to be an attack on you, and it's going to be a crit, So it's going to hit. But because of your adamantine armor, you do not take double damage from this. But you will take 14 slashing damage. And you yourself end up getting, like, tightened up to the side of this horse as well. And now Polaris and Corzo are both, like, wrapped around in chains around this thing, which does technically proc your op attack, or your reaction.
And I get my reaction back on my turn, right?
You do.
All right. Well,
Yeah, no, actually, it's top of initiative, but it's fine. Yeah, you're fine.
well, if I'm not gonna have a reaction.
No, I'm giving it to you. I'm giving it to you for
Okay,
previous
like,
round.
I'm not gonna use it just in case.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna swing twice.
At the horse or the other thing, the devil that has like chains wrapped around him as well, and it looks like he's controlling the chains shooting out.
The devil.
Okay. 17 will hit.
And so 20 rolls.
So the first one is 20 damage, and then the next one is 12. All right.
Jesus, this horse is gigantic.
Yes, it is a massive horse. And as you guys see it a little closer, it almost looks like there was a horn growing out of the top of it as well at one point that's kind of been like sawed off. You can see like a little bit of bone fragment sticking out.
When that happens, I'm gonna go ahead and do the brand on him.
On the chain devil?
On the devil.
Okay.
Yeah, whichever one I hit.
And it prevents him from teleporting and
Well, it doesn't prevent, but he has negative repercussions if he attacks me or with anyone within 5 feet of me.
okay. Good to know, because the next chain is going out to Chikara, which misses. Chikara like dashes back a little bit and it shoots right where he was.
Dang it.
And then the devil is going to throw out one chain at Broy, which is going to miss. And because he sees everybody where they're at this point, he's going to throw one more out at... he's missed you, the horse has missed you, so he's going to throw it out at Chikara. And it is going to hit Chikara with another critical hit. Throws and...
Are you saying I've been crit once before already?
No, but the other crit was on Corzo.
Oh, okay.
Was that the devil doing the damage or the?
The horse was, well, it looked like the devil was controlling the chains on the horse. So it was the devil. It was the devil.
Okay, yeah, that was like.
Yes.
For the purposes of is he taking damage or not?
Yes, he's taking damage from your thing. Chikara, you're gonna take 20 slashing damage, and then you get grappled to the devil.
Alrighty.
So you just have this chain wrapped around your neck right now.
Did I also get shoved?
No, not yet, because not yet.
Alright.
The Polaris and Corzo got yanked towards the horse and kind of got like the chains wrapped around them a little bit, like their leg.
Was I not just right here? It looked like I got.
Maybe. Sure.
Alright.
That's fine by me.
Sure.
I didn't care.
Sounds good to me.
You got pulled a little bit. How much damage does the devil take?
Yaga. 6 psychic.
6 psychic. Okay. And with that, that's the end of its turn. And then the horse is going to fly up 30 feet and away from Broy, and all of you guys are going to come with it. And Chikara, you're going to be like back here with the
Does that mean
devil's
I get an op
chain.
attack?
You do not get an op attack.
What about now?
Corzo, you're up. You're up 30 feet in the air right now.
Okay, I'm going to swing some more.
Okay. You are restrained.
Oh.
You're
Okay.
grappled and restrained. You can attack. It's just going to be a disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
It's wrapped around your neck. The chain is wrapped around your neck because of the crit. But you're being hoisted up, so you can kind of move, but it's tough. Polaris, it's wrapped around your ankles. And Chikara, it's also wrapped around your neck. Which is also giving a little bit of a choke.
Kinky.
I think Chikara's prepared for that.
You act like this isn't a normal client interaction. You better be paying for this.
I love how like Chikara and Corzo are both being like held like fucking warriors, and Polaris is just the dumbass being held by his ankles.
Somebody stop this crazy thing. Yeah, I mean, if I try to break free, then I won't be in range. So I'm gonna just swing twice.
Okay. At the horse or the devil?
The devil.
Okay. First one will hit. Second one will miss. All right.
Okay, and then also because of this brand, he is I deal an additional thing of right damage.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it.
So another 7 radiant damage.
It looks pretty bloodied right now.
Good.
Horse or the devil?
The devil.
The devil, not the horse.
I've been swinging at the devil.
Yeah.
Shout out to the devil.
All right.
Swinging at the devil.
Adalia, you're up. You see as 3 of your friends who were standing in front of you seconds ago are all swooped up in chains and just taken off into the air.
Yeah, what's the rest of the terrain look like? Like, are we out in the open?
It is. It's muddy swampland-esque. You see.
Open. Not like mountains.
Yeah, no, there isn't mountains or anything like that.
Okay. So
yeah.
The other flying creatures that accompanied this horseman, are they running away with them as well?
The one that was riding the horse is, but the other one, you can give me an insight roll as a reaction if you'd like, or perception, whichever one's higher.
Perception is +6.
All right, cool. That was a high enough roll anyway. You could see its attention went to the people that are on the horse.
Yeah. Okay. I will run past Roy and fire some arrows into the ghost, hoping ice might help.
Okay. Throwing it into the horse?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That 23 will hit for sure.
Winged, the horse?
It does have like these spectral wings coming off of it. Yes.
Okay. Spectral.
And when it was up close, it had these dark red eyes.
I have a feeling that arrow didn't do anything except stick inside of it.
It did solid damage to it.
So then I will try another one at one of the other flying creatures.
Okay.
Maybe they don't like ice.
That will hit as well. The other one is, so there's one riding the back, which isn't flying, but he's technically in the air. And then there's one that has these big leathery wings that you haven't seen do anything yet.
Leathery wing sounds like a good target.
All right, cool.
I'm hoping for ice to inhibit flying ability.
All right. This one does take damage from it, but you think that this one is a little less, like, it doesn't seem to affect it as much as it could. You think if you activated your ability, it would be taking full damage. And maybe you'd actually get to slow people with that. Because you know every time you activate it, you're way stronger. Your ice is way stronger.
Just put one more into the horse.
Okay.
Good luck, guys.
That'll also hit. Another 13. All right, perfect. Sevatar, you are hidden. You have advantage.
Hello.
Actually,
As in,
it's going to go up another 30 feet up into the air with the other 3.
that's okay.
So it's now 60 feet up.
That's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take a shot at the one that hasn't gone yet. If that's okay with
Yeah.
sharpshooter, 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
Is this a demon?
Oh, yes, it is.
Yay! Okay, then it's gonna go ahead and take an additional 1 point of damage here.
So 24 minus 11 minus 1. Okay.
Has it dropped them?
You're shooting at the leathery one? The one that hasn't acted?
Hasn't gone yet.
Yeah, it has not dropped yet. It is up in the air, and it is not near the horse yet.
Then I shall take my second shot at it. And
All right.
I'm going to use my bonus action to not move to give myself advantage on the second shot.
Okay.
With sharpshooter.
That'll hit. That'll hit. Good thing you
Hell
took
yeah.
that advantage.
27. All right, this one's just going to be regular then.
Okay.
Not sharpshooter.
And it is bloodied after that.
Nice. Okay. All right. This one is going to be 28
That'll-
to hit.
That'll hit.
And that's it for my poison. And then for my last shot will be a regular shot. 25.
Okay. 18. Okay, so.
It's just like a lever action right now.
Okay, you think it is resistant to your poison damage? Why do you have 4 attacks?
Because I get my. Oh, sorry. No, that was I rolled one too many.
Yeah, I was like, at 3, I'm with you, but okay, cool.
So you didn't take the last 12.
Okay, cool. I didn't take that yet, so that great.
Wunderbar.
It looks pretty fucking beat up, and it looks like it's ready to fucking leave at this point. It showed up and just got immediately pelted with like a bunch of arrows from Adalia and Savitar as you're all just shooting at it, and it's like, nope.
I mean, motherfucker, we ain't done.
And you watch as that one just full on flies 120 feet away.
Oh, what a ween. All right. I'll just keep behind my tree where I'm at to hopefully get a little bit of cover just in case.
And I'll just move him down here. All right. With that, the horse flies up another 60 feet. And at this point, it is going to do. Maybe it won't fly up another 60 feet yet. Okay, it's not going to fly up 60 feet yet. It is going to cast a spell at Baroy. Baroy, do me a favor and make me a wisdom saving throw. Unless somebody would like to counter it. You guys could try to counter it if you'd like.
Tara, you go before I do. Are you gonna counterspell?
No, the fuck I don't. I've got 5 initiative.
If we're going by
Thank you,
initiative, you're next
Austin.
up on the
Thank you
block.
for the
It's from
subscribe.
top initiative to bottom.
Yeah.
Ah,
So, Broy,
well,
you see it casting a
how
spell
far away is it?
60 feet away from you at this point.
It's a wisdom save now.
Okay. Make me a wisdom save.
Well, is Jakar gonna? There's 2 other.
Oh,
people
yeah.
who can
Okay.
counterspell.
Polaris doesn't have it. Corzo, you have an option to counterspell it. Okay. Chikara.
No.
Okay. Broy, go ahead and make a wisdom save.
Failed. But wait, I will
There's more.
spend the one thing.
Okay. And re-roll it.
And re-roll it.
Okay.
19.
You are fucking lucky you re-rolled that. You feel as it's starting to tell you to leave your friends. And you are like, yeah, they're fine. They got it. And then all of a sudden you're like, no, wait. They're on.
Thank God I'm the
They're
only
they're
one
locked
that
to
doesn't have
chains.
anything-
Wait, no! Oh God, no! You feel like it was something even stronger than a suggestion, but a dominate person.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't have a lot of damage spells, so I just want to debuff the shit out of it. Like a slow.
And with that, it will fly up another 60 feet. And Chikara, you're up. You're 120 feet up.
Am I in range to attack the guy who has me chained?
Yes, I'm gonna say yes. You're kind of like flying all around, which is what's gonna give you the disadvantage. But yeah, you are in range. You're restrained currently.
As you're bonking off the haunches.
Yeah, basically.
I
I can't
will.
believe that only costs 1 sorcery point.
Yeah, no, that's really good.
And
Okay.
it doesn't have a cooldown. Just
I will curse his strength.
Okay.
Oh, I never rolled.
The first attack will hit at disadvantage.
Did he ever make his
Wisdom save at the
D4?
save. He failed the save, so I didn't even roll it.
He failed another save?
Oh yeah, he did fail another save, but he hasn't made a save yet.
Was that against the horse though?
That was against the horse. So Daniel or Chikara, you hit. You want to roll damage for that first
I'm
one?
debating which flourish to do.
Okay.
Big one.
Horse still has a -1d4, correct?
Does have a -1d4 for the next save. Yes.
I'm going to use my slashing flourish, which is the extra d8. Hits an adjacent target, so I'll tack that onto the horse.
The extra d8 hits an additional person. Okay.
Yeah, within 5 feet.
Okay.
Horse is not a person.
Is that creature?
It's a creature.
Okay. So -2 and 2 to the horse.
2 to both
It
of them.
dies.
From
Okay.
Just fucking dies.
And then... and then
Just die.
Perfect amount of damage. The devil that has you guys all chained up falls from the back of the horse to the ground, and the chains all loosen their grip. Chikara, you just kind of get like blown out as it's going off. Polaris and Corzo, I will allow you to attempt a grapple check as a reaction as you're falling to try to stay on this thing.
I have wings.
You do have wings, so you're fine.
Yeah, I'm completely fine.
Yes,
I
wait.
can't-
I do not.
I cannot attempt a reaction to...
No, because it was the chain devil that was holding you, so you were more on him. So as he's still holding you, as he's falling off from that kill, you're too far away to grab him.
I don't have a reaction. It hasn't been.
So Corzo, you can attempt to. Chikara, you fall down into the ground and you take.
Wait, do I have a reaction, Eric?
You unless you've used your reaction.
I don't think. Oh no, I haven't. Can I try to grab Chikara as he is falling?
Sure. It's gonna be a hard DC. It's gonna be a hard DC, but you could try.
Oh, wait. When he dies, I get a thing for my bloodstone.
You do get something.
I get a D4. I got +2 to all intel, wisdom, and charisma saves for the next hour.
Hell yeah!
Gonna come in handy, maybe.
Hell yes. Polaris, do you want to try to grab him? Make me Make me an athletics check. At you have wings, so you could just make me a standard athletics check.
All right.
All right.
Looks like it was a little bit ago, but there was a redeemed help a player in the chat. I don't know if it was just a meme or not.
All right. Spotted Ox is giving you advantage. Unfortunately, the advantage isn't enough. I'll give you one more just D20 roll. Just roll me a D20. and then we'll say that that's the help.
Well, there's two
Slash
redeeming tools.
roll d20.
Yeah, or you could just roll the athletics again, whatever is easier for you.
Okay. Eric, is my Cosmic Omen, that counts as a reaction, correct?
Sure. I don't know. I don't know your character.
Alright.
Probably.
I think it does. The one where I can add or subtract.
Oh yes, that's a reaction. Okay. Unfortunately, you just get like the tail end of Chikara's fingertips and not quite fast enough to grab, and Chikara does plummet, taking.
Can I make an acrobatics to reduce the fall?
You could try. Yeah, it's gonna be a hard DC.
Well, I mean, how
Will
fast does
try.
he fall?
Instant. He's hitting the ground. He's gonna fall the full 120 feet. That is high enough to reduce the fall a bit. You're gonna take 30, 38, 41 damage, but we're gonna reduce it. So you're gonna take half of that. So you're gonna take 20, but you do land prone. As you're falling, you grab that branch for the tree, which kind of tears up on your arm a bit, and you fall prone into the mud. But you do reduce the damage to 20.
What am I making for this grapple check?
It's still my turn, so I have movement, so I will stand.
Athletics check, Corzo.
Was my turn skipped?
My turn, I killed it, and then it was
Yes, your turn was skipped.
No.
Yeah.
I stand on as a part of the rest of my turn.
Okay. And your reaction is used for the athletic or acrobatics check.
Yep, I'm done.
Okay. Corzo, you take 41 damage on the fall.
Okay.
Okay. Polaris, you're up because I skipped your turn. Go for it.
Okay. Does this horse look like it's like bucking or moving on its own or anything?
More importantly, does it seem intelligent?
You can use your bonus action because you've already used your reaction this round. You can use your bonus action to make me a survival, nature, or arcana check, one of the three. Or religion. I'll accept any of those four. Whatever's higher.
Does this horse seem intelligent?
It does look like it is intelligent, Polaris. You don't really fully know what it is at this point. No, I know, but I'm telling Polaris.
So, because it's got that minus D4 on it, I'm gonna cast polymorph on it to turn it into a mouse.
Okay. It makes a what save? Wisdom?
I'm gonna let this happen.
Let's see here.
Say anything?
I was gonna yell, stop the guy who's flying away.
It's gonna look at you, Polaris, with its spectral wings flapping, and you're gonna hear in your head, "Not today," as it passes its save, even with the D4. Yeah,
I guess now we know it's intelligent.
I was saying that into Polaris's head.
Yeah.
At least now
and-
you know it's intelligent.
And
At least
Chikara and Corzo both fell, right?
They did.
Well, that's action, bonus action, and reaction. I am flying, and I don't want to get out of its fucking range. So I'm just gonna like fly below it to where I'm still within its range, but like not hovering. Yeah, I don't know. Like,
Okay. So you're gonna just fly down a little bit?
yeah, just be a little bit lower to the ground.
All right.
But,
You're still in its range. Got it.
yeah,
Okay.
a little like underneath its belly more.
It's going to turn around and it is going to hit you as you kind of try to turn around. It's going to hit you in the face with its hooves as you flew down just a little bit, and you're going to take 12 bludgeoning damage as you get hit across the head.
I can take that.
All right, Broy, you're up.
I've been hit by
Is
bears.
anything within range of me, or is it all like far?
The one of them is gone, flying fucking, you just see it. Well, actually, at this point, you can't see it anymore. And the horse, you can only kind of see the spectral wings coming off of it because it's
I am glowing.
light. Oh, yeah, that's right. Never mind. You can see the horse. Yeah, it's 120 feet away from you. God, I always forget all of you guys fucking glow nonstop.
I don't.
That's true.
The light. Remember, I'm a bat in a tree. Most of
He
the night.
is.
I'm Batman.
Wait, what?
What?
Well, chilling touch him.
Okay.
Give him that chili willy.
That'll miss.
Damn. All right.
You see as he just kind of like moves a little bit as he looks like he's chasing that Polaris at this point.
30. I'm gonna start walking and running over to Chikara.
Okay.
Unless I can bonus action pick him up. I don't know. That's it.
No. Corzo, you're up. And this thing is gonna go 30 feet down. So now
I'm already
it's
standing. I still have
okay.
Oh,
So now it's 90 feet up.
Wait, the horse is going down, or
Yep.
does that mean it's out of my range?
It is out of your range.
Okay.
It looked like it was looking at you for a second there, Polaris, like it was debating if it wanted to attack you again, and then it like kind of like sniffed around with its nostrils and then fixated at Corzo.
Let's see. No. No. No.
Oh, he's got a point.
Go on.
Okay.
There is that.
Well, then I am just going to. Should I use a healing potion? I think it's actually my last one. So maybe not. Nope. All right. I'm just gonna sit here and wait for something to get close to me.
Okay. Adalia.
Hold
You
my
see the
action.
chain devil fall and Chikara right after and Corzo right, or I guess Chikara and Corzo at the
Oh, I
same
will
time.
Stand up. I will
All
stand
of them
up.
just
I will stand
plop
up.
to the ground. Boom, boom.
Yeah, I mean, I probably wouldn't be watching them. I'd still just be staring at the horse, where I will unleash another 3 onto it.
Okay. Hit. And hit. Boom, boom, boom.
It's like
Minus 10. Minus 14. Minus 13. All right.
And then I will run over to see if I can assist.
It looks like you actually do see blood coming off of this thing. While it looks a little undead-like, up close you could tell that it actually does have like skin and like, yeah, you could tell it's not as undead as it appears.
Am I close, or is it? I thought it was still flying.
I was talking about more so the people that were attached to it. They could tell a little bit better.
Cool.
But yeah, it's 90 feet up right now.
Dude, if I could have told that thing was undead, I would have been swinging at it, doing extra damage.
And it is going to fly another 30 feet down.
Honestly, I thought the horse was bait, but it was actually the rider that was the bait.
All right, Sevatar, you're up.
I did go after the bait at the, or the horse at the start, but once you did so much to the rider, I was like, fuck it, I'll take out the rider.
Pony shot.
Yeah. I mean, I guess he was controlling the chain, so it was good.
Yeah.
Do sharpshooter.
And you did your hide thing.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh.
that'll hit. You wouldn't have had sneak attack without it, so I assumed you were.
Yeah.
Miss.
Jesus fucking Christ. Minus.
21 plus 26 is 47 with the first attack.
It is bloody as fuck.
Oh, well, let's finish it off here. I am not going to risk it for any sort of biscuit and just do a regular shot.
Oh, you shoot it, and there's like all of these chains and armor pieces around it, and it shoots right through one of the rings of the chain, and barely living with like, you could tell that this thing, and at this point the wing kind of gives out and it starts to kind of fall another 20 feet and it's like barely staying up right now. And
40 feet away.
yeah, it's like
Is this a
60, it is 40 feet away from you, Corzo.
Is this a demon?
It is a demon.
Then it would take 1 more point of piercing damage.
And with that last little shot from your, that last little point of damage from your demon bolt just kind of like inches its way in a little bit deeper. You watch as this thing just go poof, smashes down into the mud.
Like bowling, trying to get the ball to roll. Come on, go.
And with
Did
that,
it die up there, or did it die when it hit the ground?
it smacked into the ground, and the mud splashes up on Chikara, Corzo, and Broy, and you see visibly the pain as it looks at you all.
Oh, and it's dead too, because we killed it in its own realm.
It's dead.
It's dead.
Since
The
it-
other one that was with them, it fled immediately after getting hit by a couple arrows. Was like, fuck this.
Since it died right there in front of us, I'm gonna re-roll the bloodstone thing.
Okay.
Right? I can choose to re-roll again. Yes, that's the one I wanted. For the next minute, I gain 1 right die of HP at the start of my turn.
Hell yeah.
6
Yeah.
6 right dies of HP back to me, baby, for the next minute.
So basically, you it's 10.
Wait.
It's 10
Good,
red
sweet-
die.
Good, sweet buddy. You what?
Oh,
what,
6 seconds. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
What
6
spell
seconds.
level is that?
It's not a spell.
It's not a spell.
An ability.
So that way, that was
You can't boost any of this.
Well, I mean, he's regaining hit points.
8, 9, 10.
Yeah, it
Rolled
doesn't. You
D6s that time, Ian.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Roll 48.
Okay.
yeah, there you go.
Now,
So it's 19. It's 19 plus 17. You could just do plus 19 on your
36.
character and then do plus 17 again,
we'll do that.
Just 36.
or you could do that. And Corzo, the blood from this thing
Hell yeah.
is seeping off of it and going to the rock, which is then funneling into your bloodstream right now.
Oh yeah. Is it just in my pocket? Like, what am I holding? How, did
I'm
anything
gonna
do
s-
anything when I attuned to it?
I'm gonna say, for the
Besides,
sake
like,
of
my
this,
blood hurt?
it is like attuned onto your chest, so it like seeps in through under your armor, almost like it's where your heart is.
Sevatar.
Fucking Astaroth? What the fuck?
Who's playing trap music?
Sevatar.
What?
Can you do your spirit?
What?
Your healing spirit? all of my healing would be way too much right now.
I mean, I could, but all of
I was going to
I
use
got
a big
here.
one, but then you healed for like half the damage you took. So
It's
As I'm
pretty
slowing
fucking
down,
good. In
yeah.
combat, it's meh, but out of combat.
I'm
Sevatar,
hoping
would,
for that one. Every
Uh.
time.
would you feel like your healing spirit or my healing spirit would be better used for this moment?
Well, you're in healing spirit. I've never seen your healing spirit before.
Oh yeah, I got one.
Oh, you got one? You got one too?
He's-
What's yours
yeah.
look like?
Definitely used it before.
Oh, I haven't been paying attention. I've been hiding.
He's definitely.
the shadows.
Definitely seen it a lot of
Either
times.
way, someone use it.
I
Don't
might
worry, Sevatar, I got it.
argue
I got it this time.
No, I got. Oh, it's
So
okay. It's
I
okay. I got it.
might
No,
argue that,
don't worry.
that
Let me-
Polaris has a lot more use for spell slots.
That's what I was about to say too. But I was gonna let them figure that out.
No, that's kind of what I was getting at. But all right, Sevatar, you can go for it then.
I already did it, my snaky boy. Where I go?
Eric,
Yes?
as I'm flying down, can I just like examine this this horse?
Yes, you
Just kinda
can.
See if I like understand what kind of creature this was.
Yes. Now that you're a little closer to it, make me another. What's your highest stats? Wisdom? Yeah.
Wisdom, so survival, perception, and insight. My highest.
All right. Make me a religion or nature check here at advantage.
Religion or nature? Can it be Arcana?
Jakara, you heal
Ye-
6.
Yeah, I'll let you do Arcana. But it would only be you or Broy that would be able to use Arcana for this.
I'll do it.
Okay.
19.
19's good enough. 19's good enough. Convenient.
Wait.
Okay. This
Wait,
creature.
Are we guidance? Are we guidance bros?
God damn it. Okay. Don't worry about it. You guys. Oh my god. You two having this battle out and figuring out what this creature is faster. The two of you are equal in your understanding of what this thing is. You've both read about it in different ways. Broy in a scholarly setting. You've read about these horse-like angelic creatures. And Broy, you've heard and kind of like done prayers and stuff for them. But mostly just like word of mouth of different angels and stuff. And one of them being like almost like a Pegasus situation. And this thing is one of those, but it's been here for far too long. It's extremely corrupted. You could tell in its eyes as you kind of like open them up to kind of make sure you could just see all of the pain. The sawed off horn, it would have been magnificent from before, and these would have had this like bright yellow and white vibe to them, and been very good creatures.
If we're gonna be here for a minute, I'll cast a 4th level prayer of healing.
Wait.
Unless you want to do your.
Oh, we're already doing the.
They already did it, and they're still
Yeah.
down 86 hit points.
Yeah, because you asked me to.
Yeah, I didn't realize yours is so.
Oh my god, bro, you're dumb as hell. Can I take that back?
No, you already used it.
Because you asked me to, dumbass.
For
All
the
right.
record,
Go
Polaris
ahead,
also
cast
asked
the
you.
healing.
No, if you want to take it back though, I didn't realize you had.
No,
something.
he at this point he's
Yeah,
already
it
done
doesn't do jack shit.
it.
The only thing it does is bring people back.
No, yeah, I thought you had.
I don't know what
other
you
than
thought.
3. I don't know what I thought. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot it got severely nerfed. I guess is really what it was.
Yeah, like 8 months ago.
Yeah. Again, I said I forgot. I never used that spell. I don't have it.
I know, forgetting's kind of a thing with Bora, I know.
That was ASMR levels of drinking.
So am I prayer of healing, or are you doing yours for realsies?
He did his. He already
I
did
already
it.
did mine for realsies.
Talking to Polaris. Wait, can you chalice Polaris?
Can chalice, it'd be an extra D8 on top of it. So,
What would be better? Because we're still down 86.
Somebody just fucking heal so we can move on! Broy, heal, go, now!
All right. Broy takes the next 10 minutes. What do you guys want to do during that 10 minutes? You have 2 corpses here.
Take the chains off the horse.
I'm going to ritual cast Phantom Steed.
Okay.
So you
Why
guys
do you hate
heal
horses?
17 plus 9, 26 hit points. Everybody
Oh.
heals 26.
Okay.
I do hate horses. That's why I made my own version that's better.
Oh, wait. It's 4, 26, 30. Everyone heals 30 hit points because it's a 4th level spell.
Cool.
Wait, is it? Oh, +2. Bam!
God
Everyone
damn.
heals 32 hit points.
Everyone should be at max at this point. Oh, I guess not.
So
Okay.
the one that absolutely flew away 120 feet, I guess what I want to do in those 10 minutes is kind of walk around, and I'm looking for one, if that dude is still around, and or if I get any sight, because there'd be no track
Yeah.
of them.
Make me a perception check.
But then more so, I want to look around in Phasia Hell for any resemblance of the world as I know it.
Okay. For a brief second, you look around for the thing and you're like, well, that thing flew fast. It's probably just gone. You don't have a flying speed and you're looking and you're like, I have no idea how to track this thing. It could be anywhere at this point. But as you're looking around, some of the plants here, they almost seem like they've been rotting from the roots outward. It almost feels like this land was actually a decent place at one point.
What does that sound?
Not like amazing, but it does feel like this land here would have been like grasslands. Maybe wild horses would have been going here, maybe satyrs or something like that. It does seem like it could have been peaceful at one point, but that was long ago.
These skeletons, like actually there's bones and stuff just everywhere.
No. So, as you are
Actually-
looking around as well, yeah.
I'm gonna do comprehend languages as a ritual instead.
Okay. As you are looking around Adalia, you do see like blue tinges in the muddy water that kind of like float through, almost like a wisp of energy that kind of moves through.
Through what?
Through like the mud and water. Like there's a little bit of water to this mud.
Wait, well, you said no, there aren't skeletons?
There aren't skeletons, no. But what you are seeing are blue wisps moving around through.
Interesting. Can I catch them?
You can try, yeah. They don't seem to be moving super quickly, so you can go to try to catch one, yeah.
I want to see if they're corporeal.
Make me a acrobatics check.
Is that a +10?
Yeah. You see one of them moving through, and you kind of like follow it off a little bit as they're doing these things, these spell casts. You didn't take any damage, so you're not too worried. You're kind of like almost following a butterfly through the swamp. Not super far. Not super far. Like, you can still see them. They're like 50 feet away or something like that. And you grab a hold of one of these things, and you're so excited. Make me an intelligence save.
Good old 5.
All right.
8.
Give me 1 second. All right. You take 8 psychic damage. Oh, wait. Hold on. That was not the right number. 16 psychic damage. Your intelligence and your charisma score both drop to 1.
Well,
You can't cast spells. You can't activate magic items. You don't understand languages anymore. You communicate in a very intellectual way, but you do recognize your friends. You do recognize them.
do I recognize that I'm being idiotic? I mean, I have my wisdom.
No, because one more feature of this is, you lose memory of how you got here, who you are, and where you're going.
You're basically playing Jar Jar Binks right now.
You like turn around, you see your friends, and you're like, just nothing is making sense to you right now.
Now, next question. You said we could see him. Did we watch this happen? Or was this going on while I was ritual casting?
You were ritual casting it. You can see
Not
Adalia
ritual casting,
about
10-minute casting.
about 50, 60 feet away from you. And you see as she like goes down and then like reaches up in her head for a second and then just kind of
Just go smack jawed.
and then just kind of like looks around and is holding the bow still in her hand, and she just kind of doesn't know what to do with it, and she's kind of like waving it around like a wand almost for a second, and then sees you guys.
Next question. Can you update my icon?
I can, but I'm not going to do it right now. I'll do it during the break, though.
It's fine.
What was waving my bow around like a wand?
Yeah, just for a second there.
Yeah.
As a little bit like, what is this?
All right, now next serious question. Would any of us think anything is wrong?
You're welcome to make an insight roll if you think
Well,
you
here's
would
the
have.
thing. Here's the thing. It's not too far from what Adalia would do normally, so I don't know.
Hey, Adalia, you okay?
I'm not shitting on Adalia. Adalia's a free spirit. You know?
Nothing wrong with Adalia.
Chase the wisps.
Sevatar, you know Adalia is weird. You know Adalia is a free spirit.
Yeah.
But you know Adalia treats her weapon like it is her blood and it is her own child. You know there's no way. So as soon as she starts like waving it around for a second there, you're like, no, something's up. Something's fucked. You know it immediately.
Over here.
I
Hey,
can't
y'all.
tell you how excited I
Adalia,
am
I
to
think
hear
is a
this
little bit
conversation.
I think Adalia's a little touched in the head.
Well, go ask her.
Um,
I'm busy. Hoya my ho, heya, the praise the sun god of godliness. I'm still ritual casting technically right now.
Yep.
This is all going on while I'm doing that. Not ritual cast. It's a 10-minute long.
Yep. You
um,
are still casting.
You're basically getting a 10-minute long sermon.
While they
Adalia.
were doing all that, Eric, I would have been examining the chains on this horse. And
All right.
so,
I'll get to that in a second.
Yeah, just wanted to.
Okay.
say-
Wait,
Alright,
this one's
Sevatar.
still bleeding. He must be alive.
Roy, you're casting a spell. Sevatar.
shut up.
Yeah.
Adalia.
You do also recognize your name.
Okay.
I was like, wait, there's one more thing. You recognize your name.
I'm just playing with the thing. I'll turn around.
Come here. I'm gonna wave simply towards her. Ven aquí por favor.
I don't feel like anything's wrong, or what's my temperament?
We're all just speaking Simlish.
Think of
Stupid people get angry quick, so.
think of in the Chamber of Secrets, when Professor Lockhart gets his mind like destroyed. Just kind of like, oh, what is this? And he,
For kids. I want you to grown. Okay.
Sure, but okay.
your mind is blown. Like you have no memory of
Alright,
anything.
I also don't know how I got here where I am. Okay.
Yep.
But wait,
Or
but
the
I know
intelligence capable of comprehending
my
that
name?
you are here.
You
And
you
I
you
know that
recognize
these
your
people
name.
are
You don't
friends.
know your name. You recognize your name and you recognize your friends. So when he said Adalia, you're like, oh yeah.
and then wave over, and I'll walk over. There's something here.
You feeling okay? Does she seem like eyes unfocused, skin different color, hair on end?
I'm looking right in your eyes.
Well, hi there.
And that's it.
You stare into Adalia's
And
eyes.
that is it.
There's
Nothing stares back.
Nothing but emotion.
You know something's up, Sevatar.
gaze into the abyss, and the abyss gazes back.
Dahlia is still holding the thing.
Yeah.
Just to do a quick medicine check. Follow my finger. All right, now stand on one leg and give the alphabet backwards.
Doesn't
Yeah, I think
understand
there's
a
something
single
wrong
word
here.
you're saying.
Roy, you're-
Staring
Roy,
at
you
the
are
word.
casting right now. Mind your business, please. Thank you.
Either of those.
Adalia. Hey, Chikara, Polaris, Corzo, this is kind of your area of focus.
I am also casting a 10-minute spell.
I'll
Yeah.
come over and
I will come over.
Yeah, Polaris, you're like messing with these chains and you're like, these are actually really strong chains. And then you see this whole thing going down and you're like, all right.
Yeah, I was more of like trying to see if there was like any magical ability to like the chains that like could be used to grab, but like
You haven't spent enough time yet to know.
So I would definitely drop that to see.
Sevatar, with your medicine check, you can tell that there's just something not connecting in her brain.
I think her synapses are off. Her human
The something is everything.
Make an Arcana check, I guess. Well, no.
No.
Okay. I continue to hang around.
Fuck. What?
She's still holding this thing, right? That she caught.
No.
Oh.
I was gonna say, but she has no memory, so it doesn't really matter. But you do find out that they are incorporeal. So, yeah, it just went straight through your hand.
It just took a little bit of you with
non-corporeal. Sorry. I said incorporeal. Isn't that the same thing? Incorporeal and non-corporeal are the same thing, aren't they? Just like inflammable and non-flammable. Okay.
And oftentimes in
Wait.
will mean extra, which is the fucked up thing about the English language. Inflammable is
Invincible.
extremely flammable.
Yeah, never mind. I realized I said it the wrong way. Anyway, yes.
Speaking of immersion.
Would I have any?
Sorry, I'm not speaking English right now.
Can I do a? I guess this probably wouldn't work. I was gonna say, can I do like a grim psychometry something?
Will,
I
how
don't
good
know.
are you?
You could attempt it.
speak?
And
Just do a general intelligence.
Polaris, go ahead and
Hey, come on, dude.
Polaris, go ahead and make me an Arcana check. Corzo, you do have advantage on this check, but even with the advantage, it is
Yeah.
not enough.
Not good.
Polaris, your mind is blown as well. And at this point, Broy, your heal goes off, and Chikara, your horse is summoned.
No, I went comprehend languages.
Sorry, your comprehend languages is up.
I'm just going to walk over then to where Adalia was standing relatively and try to figure out if there's anything over here that
Okay.
What do you mean
make me an
your mind
insight.
is blown as well?
You said insight?
Yes. You're within 10, 15 feet of where she was. You're looking around. At first you're not seeing anything, and you're like you're like maybe, and you guidance yourself to give you a little bit of divine magic here, and you're like, okay, and trying to help spot anything and see if there's any correlation. After a few minutes, or not a few minutes, after a few seconds, you do spot a blue little wisp that shoots by, like 30 feet away. You're like, maybe. I don't know what that is, so maybe.
I retained my heck from
I'm
when I
paying
fell.
attention at this point.
Okay.
I will get closer to it.
Okay. Yeah. It's like moves, and then it like stops for a second, and then it like
You ever
moves.
seen a TPK from a wisp?
Oh, what's this?
Yeah.
What's wrong with Adalia?
We don't
I'm
know.
not sure.
Let me have a gander.
What did you touch?
What did you touch?
A Garbaflubi.
Garbaflubi. Valis coming, Wavilu.
Oh god, we lost Broy.
Broy, you're seeing the like how disoriented she seems to be, the way she's holding things, and you know that there's a spell that does something very similar. It's called Feeble Mind. Maybe that's what's
God.
affecting her right now.
Hey Chikara, do you have Dispel Magic?
I
Okay.
do.
I'll hear that and go, I do
think-
too.
I think our fellow friend here has been feeble-minded.
I think if something cast a spell nearby, we would have heard it, wouldn't we?
This is true, but we haven't been attacked yet, so I think we have an opportunity to deal with this right
I
now.
think our friend has caught the stupid.
In fact, if
Yes, the dog.
actually that's a very good point. Well, because I don't have Dispel Magic, if whoever does, I am gonna be on the lookout for if we're being attacked right now or not.
Okay,
I'm gonna
make me a
go
perception check.
Perception.
Okay.
I think we're fine, guys.
You're you're a little worried about Adalia. You keep turning back, trying to think of other ways.
He doesn't need to turn back. I was just about to say, I'll follow Broy as he like walks off to go look around, and I'm just right next to him looking around.
Which is distracting in its own right. Which also kind of throws Sevatar off a little bit, and you're, what's going on? Broy
is used to ignoring.
Yeah.
his antics.
Chikara looks around,
You're muted, by the way, Will.
and doesn't hear anything in the distance.
Okay.
Polaris, did you find anything over there?
There's a blue wisp over here, and I don't know what it is.
I'll walk over. I'm gonna come look at it. I don't know what it is either. Definitely a blue wisp.
You can make me an Arcana check, Corzo.
Oh, okay. That's better.
Adalia, you're following.
So,
What are you doing?
in that book,
We're
Not once
buddies now.
once you're done looking around, once you look at me and go like, oh, this is frustrating, and what are we gonna do? I just start looking at trees.
No, I'm still looking around. I just happen to also want to go look at that wisp again.
so, as
We're looking at the wisp now. I don't know where it's at. It's
Justin.
over here.
Calm down. As Corzo, as you see this wisp thing, you remember things in the book that kind of like jump back out into your mind. There was so much information that hit your head. And because you're good at ghost stuff too, there's so much information in that book that you could not like recite it all to your friends around. But you do know that there's souls that are trapped around, that are traveling down through something called the River of Styx. Maybe this is a soul from it, is what you're kind of thinking. And at that point, you kind of like feel around in the water and mud that you're standing in, and you start to realize that, shit, if that's the case, then this is connected to the river, and it's just the floodlands that have kind of like taken over. And you actually start to worry when you see the wisp. For the rest of you, you're wondering how many more there are.
I'm gonna level with you here, Eric. I don't think he gave a shit about the life history of the wisp. I think he wanted to know if it would cause what just happened to Adalia.
That would be the main thing, yeah. But it is also good to know the information that there could be more around and where we're at.
Well, and
more
that
importantly, I
it
already
gave
know
you
what
more
the
information
information
is, you know that this is part of the river, which the river has elements to it. You don't know exactly what it does, but you do know that it like
Right.
wipes memories. You do know that aspect of it.
Chikara, will you dispel magic on Adalia? I think that'll fix her.
We are very near to the river, which can have mind-altering abilities. I think this has something to do with that.
But why hasn't it affected any of us?
So we're
Do I
not going
think-
to fix her?
Do I think Dispel would remove it?
With an 18 Arcana, you don't know. You don't know that spell.
Do you
You-
not
you're not
trust me,
fully
Chikara?
sure. Broy, what did you roll? Now that I think about it.
Hold it.
Yeah, you rolled a 25. I was like, you rolled the nat 20, right? Yeah. Broy, you do know that if it is feeble mind, that dispel wouldn't get rid of it.
Wouldn't? Is it
Would
wrong
not.
with them?
You know that it would be either a greater restoration or a heal.
Oh, I assumed a dispel.
Gonna make me use my greater restoration
That's why I wasn't
tattoo
using
already.
it because I was
Yeah.
fairly certain it
Heal.
wouldn't do it.
Heal wouldn't do it. It just removes blind, deafness, and disease. All right, Corzo, I'm gonna need some of that sweet, sweet stockpiled diamond dust.
Just like I said, just use it and say it's party money, and we can subtract it from the party money thing.
All right, a greater restoration on Adalia.
Oh, I buy this tree.
Okay. Which
I don't know who's tracking the party.
which
I'll
stat
track
do you
it.
want to restore?
Let's go with int.
Okay. Adalia, your intelligence is back. You now know where you are and who's around you. You still don't really have memories. So I guess what you have is the ability to speak to them. But
What else dropped?
charisma as well.
Yeah, charisma.
I'm just gonna
What
blow
is-
all my 5th level spells here.
What is the negative effect of?
So
the
how much
charisma
was
So
not
I guess you would know where you are in your life history, but you don't really you still recognize these people as friends, but you don't actually have an emotional connection to them. You don't have all of the like the joy and the hardships that you guys have gone through as like something that you're connecting with.
Does Greater Restoration also heal me?
It does not.
No. Would somebody give me some spell juice into my crystal, so I can do this again?
What do you need?
Are you all looking at me?
I hold
Oh.
up my thing. Just cast spells into.
I lied.
these spells.
Thank you. Thank you. So I'm sorry. I apologize. It takes a second though. But Adalia, it start coming back to you the memories of your companionship with these people, and your charisma does start to go back up. It takes a little bit longer, but you do get it back. So with the one casting.
You regain your natural beauty.
Did we subtract? How much was that from the
100.
party gold?
100. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Does that mean I also regain the knowledge of how I,
Yes.
or even if I?
Yes. You regain all of basically everything that has happened at this point. You
Also, your
now
hit
know.
point maximum is no longer reduced.
Also.
No, that doesn't happen. That would be a separate casting.
It was from a different thing.
Oh, it is a
I
separate
took
thing.
25 damage, and it sounds like I don't heal.
You do not heal from that, but you did heal from the prayer of healing that went off.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you,
And it was enough
32
to have
points.
healed you full.
it was 32, so you would have been brought to 95 again.
I thought that went up before I did.
Uh,
The ritual
yeah.
of it did.
Yeah.
Got it.
How much time have we spent here since the battle?
probably about 20 minutes at this point.
Oh, I have Hex for 40 more minutes,
Okay.
and Comprehend Languages for 50.
Keep
So, where the hell are we going? How do we know where we need to head?
I don't even know where we are, except I'm confused. How do we get out of here?
We're not here to get out. We're here to get
Can I
prisoners
tell
freed.
which
Wow.
way the river is from here? Like which way the water's flowing to or away from, I guess.
How do we get them out?
Well,
Survival.
that's kind of what I was asking. We need to head down to
Don't
the 6th
know.
level.
Oh shit. Fuck.
We all got like a telepathic communication as once as an announcement from the Olve. We are
It's-
sorry to inform of a misprophesizing. The jail is on floor 6.
Yeah. I apologize.
Is there,
Sometimes the prophecy's wrong.
Eric, are there any hills or just looks like points that are a bit higher up than where we're at right now?
It's hard to tell. There's like it's like a darkness aura necessarily. It's kind of strange. It's like a very thin layer of fog basically that covers everywhere. And after about 90 to 100 feet ish, you can't really make out details. But I would say you would be able to see landmarks from that far, like if they were big and tall. And with that knowledge, you do not see any large mountains or rocks or anything like that.
Not even like a hill or anything.
No, not really.
And how tall is the tree that we landed near?
It's about 25, 30 feet tall. Maybe like some of the tips of it go up to like 100 and some feet. You could always fly up there and check.
If we're looking for a river, right? I could try to fly up a bit and see find anything. Does anyone have better vision than I do?
I'm pretty good at seeing things, but not in the dark.
See better things in the dark.
I'm pretty good at seeing things in the dark.
I have good sight.
So, by the way, is anybody else's vision limited to about 90 feet out in front of them
You
by
mean 'cause
this
it's so
shrouding
dark?
darkness?
I think so, yeah.
Probably.
I mean, I don't know what it actually is for you guys, but yeah.
All right, so I guess if we're all in the same boat, then my inability to see through this darkness is...
Sevatar can see further because of your.
Aye.
Yeah, you can see like 160, 180 feet almost.
Yep.
The Savitar can
That's-
see the
yeah.
farthest.
That is what I
I
was
made
after.
a 21
yeah.
perception check.
All right,
Okay.
Savitar, come here.
From here, you can't really see much, but Polaris is trying to fly you up. Do you?
I'm gonna just crouch down. Get on.
Oh, okay. Is he just like a dude with wings, or like?
He's got
yeah.
these star-like or spectral-esque, right?
Star-like dragon wings.
Yeah.
Where do you want me to climb?
I'm like trying to get you like on my back so I can like hoist you up.
Okay.
Put your arms around my neck,
Okay. All right.
and as soon as he like grabs on, I'm just gonna like jump up and just.
Okay.
Pull out my manacles, throw them around his neck to hold on like reins. Whoa, hold on.
All right, let's go. I only fly 20 feet up at a time, so that's not very fast.
Yeah, it's quicker than you're used to, Sevatar. You are very good and stealthy on land, and you're very happy with that. And riding horses, great. On the back of this man flying up as he's going up into like the 100 feet range, it's getting a little different for you. You're just not used to it. Make me. You already made your perception. Would you like to make another one, or stick to your 21?
Do you have that guidance thing ready by any chance?
Guidance.
Oh, thanks.
All right.
Oh, that was shit.
Roll another perception check.
I did. That would
Oh,
be an
okay.
18
Okay, cool.
21.
So it's actually 23 because I give you advantage on this one.
Oh, okay.
Um,
A little better than- I can see the stars.
Because Polaris is helping you. You,
Thank you.
as you're looking around, you see a creature hunched over about 150 feet away, and it looks like he's chewing something.
What does the creature look like? Is it
it's got he's bald, it's a pale-ish skin.
Wait,
He's got a very crooked hunch. You can kind of tell, and he's like
What the
curled
heck
on
do you mean,
over
hunch?
hunch. Yeah.
So we're talking like a bald Quasimodo looking guy?
Nah, more like Gollum.
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
You're not really sure from here.
I'm gonna turn Polaris's head slightly. You see him?
I can't see in the dark at all.
Oh. There's a little hunched bald thing chewing on something.
You could fly closer if you'd like.
That way.
Yeah, you want me to get closer?
I don't know. These wings kind of stand out a little bit. Maybe we should let the other.
Oh yeah,
wings know.
I am emitting light.
Yeah, I know.
I like to imagine we're doing the like the picture of me and Ian doing the two gentlemen of Verona pose.
I'm just gonna smile and nod and pretend like I know what that is.
Yeah, I'll fly closer.
that pose. No, no, I'm gonna pull his hair. No.
God damn it!
Well, dude, you stand out
Whoa, I mean, yeah.
so bad. We should get everybody else and sneak up on this thing and try to figure it out a little bit instead of
Well-
coming at him like a bleeding comet from the sky.
All right. Well, do you have a good idea of how to get there?
You map
Yeah,
it out
walk.
pretty easily. Walking is a little hard here. But you do kind of like map out a trail that's not going to go into giant pit holes of water in various locations and stuff like that.
Okay, see that? Make a quick left right there, about 20 paces forward. Then, circle around that tree. We can swing across those vines right there, and we'll be, easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Okay. You ready then? To the party?
Oh, yeah. The party.
All right, cool. I'm going to start dropping.
Okay. I know we're called a party. I thought we were like, just like an adventure group. But okay.
Cool.
All right. You get down.
I'm going to make it as rough as possible for us to I'll just kind of fall down a little bit at points.
Are you trying to scare him?
Yes,
10 feet from the ground.
Make me an intimidation or deception check. Probably deception.
Yeah, deception. -1. Yeah.
Sevatar, you're pretty confident he's got full control over what's happening.
Yeah. Quit fucking around. I'm gonna find a place to stick these manacles. Let's go.
All right. You can have fun. Just because we're in hell doesn't
Did we
mean we
ever
have
investigate the chains?
to not have fun.
You started to, but you didn't do a full investigation of either of the
I was-
creatures.
I'll
Waiting
ritual
for a
cast
moment.
identify on him.
I was waiting for a moment to say, before all that stuff with the Dahlia happened, I wanted to try to investigate the bodies
Yeah.
to see if they left behind a soul coin or anything like that because they died.
Yes.
I will.
On the off chance.
I will assist.
You should
Okay.
definitely let me have those.
All right. Roll me an investigation. Corzo, at advantage.
Hiya.
I'm gonna be identifying on the,
Baby.
on the chains.
Christ. Okay. You find a satchel on the chain devil. And as you open it up, you find a variety of gold pieces and gem pieces and a few coins in there as well, soul coins. In total, you find 3 soul coins, and you find 4 gems that are each worth probably about 25 gold is what your assumption is. They look like they're rough rubies and yeah, they look like they're rubies that haven't been polished.
How many gems was that? Sorry.
4. And then you find another 10 gold pieces in gold and in silver. Just in total 10 gold pieces. In his satchel. The chains, Broy, as they were kind of flying up and doing the investigation survey, you went and looked back at the chains. You cast your ritual identify, which takes a little bit of time, but the chains do not seem magical. They seem to be imbued by the devil that's on the ground that Corzo's looking at right now. But you do find a saddlebag on this horse as well. And as you kind of open up that, you find a lot of human skulls and clothes, and you find 3 healing potions. You find another crossbow that looks like it's rusted a little bit. It's also kind of made a little crappily, like a while ago. You find 10
gold into the party fund.
you find 4 crossbow bolts. You find more chain in there, which also has manacles. You also find around the horse, there's 10 manacles that they could chain people to the horse. You think that with this, that their plan is when they find people to go in, grab them with the chains, and fly away. They don't care how many necessarily, but their goal is to get and accumulate whatever they can off of them as a survival thing. Which is why when you were killing out the shit out of the other one, you just no, fuck this, I'm out of here. Yeah.
I jingle the soul coins around. Well, we've got some. That'll probably do us some good.
Corzo, you do know that these soul coins, they do take up different forms here. So the rocks that you had are still soul coins can take different forms. The dark wraiths stones that you have are still the same stones, but they are treated as a soul coin here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But they are still the same thing. Which, with that, you also learned one other thing, which I forgot to tell you, and I'll just tell you now. You learned the properties of some of these things.
I remember.
Yes, and let me.
You want to add him to the bag from the hut?
Back from the hut.
Yeah, the place we teleported from. We found some in a crate. I'm holding on to him.
Okay.
The
Oh.
vampire den.
Yeah.
I came
You're
back to
holding all those?
vampire. What?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So.
You have a bunch on the dagger, so I said I would hold some.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
All right. So you know that these soul coins, which I just showed to you guys, they have a few different properties. Each of them has like a life force inside, which you can use to siphon it and heal yourself. Or you can use it to ask a question to the creature. But once it's been used, it disappears and it's let free, which you guys do know at this point that, and this is things you've learned throughout the game, you do realize at this point, souls being freed are sentenced here, which probably means they would be going into the River of Styx. But you're not sure on that one. They could be just into existence, or they could go out somewhere else.
So, what's the effect right now of me holding onto that dagger? Like, I'm fucked.
You-
right? Like, it's big time bad.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's a massive amount of corruption right now that you have.
Cool.
All
right.
I think it said something about a con save thing. I haven't edited that part out yet, so you can ignore it for now.
Okay.
But the amount of souls you are holding is a shit ton.
Right.
And it
Well,
is
yeah,
not good on you by any means.
reading that that Constitution save thing, I was like,
That'll be
that's interesting. We can use that. Does it say? Am I missing it? Oh, okay, I see. Yes. No, it doesn't say. Do the things that we use, like the drain life and the query, does that use up the soul coin? Is it gone?
It
after
does. Yes.
that? Okay.
So if you use something like that, it disappears. It basically it consumes it to the point that it's just a hunk of metal sitting there. If it is a metal, or it's a hunk of rock or whatever.
Can it freeze the soul
However,
if we do that,
it
or-
does free it. Yes.
Okay.
Which is something that you have no capability of doing outside of being in the hells. So if you have these on your person outside of the hells, it's just a coin on you or a rock on you or whatever. But here, it gets extra powers.
How many just now did you say we got?
3.
Okay.
And then some 25 gold gems, so 100 golden gems.
All right. And you added that to the party.
The gems I did not. I added the 10 like actual physical gold onto the
Gotcha.
sheet.
Okay.
I just wrote the gems down in my inventory.
Okay.
I'll add it to my pile of gems.
That's fine.
If we need gems, I got us.
We got gems.
Just assorted gems, I've got us.
How much do
That power never
soul
fly down.
coins weigh, Eric?
The full coin weighs about 5 pounds.
Jesus.
Yeah, they're hunky pieces of metal.
Oh, I thought they were.
But if they're not in, no, they're
Full cover.
like discs, about 6
Oh,
to 8 inches around, or
Oh, like a discus.
and about a 1 inch thick. They're
What about these
hunks of
ones I
metal.
just found?
No, those are soul coins. So soul
Oh.
coins are that, but souls can be other things as well. And those would be dependent on the object that they are. You guys know that when things die, they release the soul coin, unless they were created in a different way, like humans and stuff, and beasts and things like that would release a soul coin wherever they go. But anything created with magic, who knows what happens. That's where you guys are getting these stones and stuff like that.
The devil and the horse themselves did not create a soul coin upon death?
No. And you know that also being in here, they would have had it on their person if they had control over themselves. If they didn't, they would be on somebody else.
One of these might have been theirs or something.
Yes. You could always ask a question to him.
Well, no, not yet.
Okay.
Pass.
Savitar and Broy, Savitar and Polaris, as you guys land, you see them going through these bags and pulling stuff.
They're good.
A little bit of hell currency.
Savitar looks like he had spotted something of interest.
Yeah, like a little pale thing, kind of ghoulish in nature. Ball chewing on something. Probably not a ghoul, since seeing as, we're in hell.
So,
Did it seem corporeal?
Like real? Yeah.
Physical? Tangible?
Oh, no, I didn't touch it, but yeah.
Alright.
we got a roadmap. Savitar leads the way.
That's fine by me.
Real quick, did somebody write down those 4 healing potions that were 3 that we got from the bag?
No.
What?
From searching the horse. Broy found them.
Oh.
Nice.
The healing potions.
You found healing potions. I just want to make sure somebody wrote them down, that we had them.
I found healing potions. I just identified the chain.
It was in the saddlebag of the chain. Yeah.
Even demons use healing potions.
Yeah.
Wow.
You think that they got it off of other
It's
adventurers?
3, right?
What kind of
Yes,
healing
3.
potions?
You can do an identify if you'd like.
Oh, gosh.
Sure. I will
We're
have
not
been doing
spending
that
time
while
on
they're
wasting
searching
spell slots.
No, he's
I'm not.
spending 10 minutes each time to do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, while you guys did a big scouting mission, I'm sure it had time to cast it again.
No, we flew up in the air for 30 seconds, then came back down. We're good to go.
Yeah.
Not that fast, but
Yeah, I mean, it took a little bit more time. It took a couple
It
minutes,
probably
but
wasn't more
not
than
that
10
long.
minutes, though.
No.
yeah.
What already
Yes.
happened.
Shall we investigate this creature, or shall we just
Yeah.
move on?
I put 3 mystery healing potions.
Okay.
I'll identify those later.
Yeah, we can do that once we set up camp, I think. We're not in dire need of them yet.
All
I'm
right.
also not in dire need of camp.
Let's press on.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just look at one of the healing potions, my poisoner's kit, to make sure it's not poison?
Yeah,
No, we didn't
it's
have
not
any of them, you
poison.
can't. It's in
Why
the
would
bag.
you waste a spell slot doing that when
It's
I could do
ritual.
it for free?
It's rich. I can
He
do it for
wanted
free
to
too.
spend 10 minutes ritual casting.
All right.
All right.
Broy starts pacing around in the mud and in the water, waiting to go.
All right,
I
Savitar.
hope I'm waiting about 10 minutes. That'll make this worth it.
Assuming Savitar starts leading the way.
Yup.
Okay. The ground as you are stepping through is very squishy and wet. You guys do see another little wisp shoot by, and it's not like it's going quickly. It goes about 20 feet per round, so it's not moving
Just
super
kinda-
fast. But
just cruising.
yeah, you can outrun it easily or outmove it, but it is just
Do they
moving
seem to
around.
Be like going in a particular direction.
The 2 that you guys have seen thus far have moved in different directions, so unsure.
So no correlation.
Not to your understanding.
I never thought hell would be so swampy.
But Savitar, as you are leading them through this, make me a stealth check, and everybody following stealth as well, if you guys are trying to stealth.
I mean, I'll try. I mean,
Are
I'll
we
try.
trying to stealth?
I will have turned off my
Shit,
dragon.
yeah, solid 15, brother.
Yeah, I will have turned off my
Wow.
dragon
I-
form, by the way.
See,
Stealth's not a disadvantage.
I don't know if I want to put away my sword and make it stop glowing, because then I have to hurt myself again to reactivate it. So
Well, and we'd be stumbling around in the dark. so
yeah,
those of
my
us who
sword's
have
still
dark
out.
vision would be
Sword's
fine.
out. Moon's
You-
out. Sword's out.
You guys are walking through, for the most part, pretty stealthily. there's the occasional mishap per step where you feel like there's a lot of rocks or your foot sinks down more than you anticipated. But as Corzo Savitar kind of leads the way through this place, he has picked the route that is pretty safe to walk. And you see this hunched over figure. Maybe he's about, I don't know, 6'2" if he stood up fully straight, but he's all like crimped down and hunched over. He's very, very thin looking. You can see that there's just blood coming from his mouth. And he looks like he's chewing on some sort of a flesh of some creature. And you guys are all behind this tree as you're sneaking up on him. Other things, make me a perception check. Okay. Dahlia. Okay, cool. You guys notice. You notice that he's wearing a very thin loincloth. It's ripped around in different areas, but you can spot that. You could see the outline of his spine going all the way up, and a little bit of his ribs and his legs look super thin. He's very anorexic here.
Scoliosis.
You could see that his teeth are razor sharp right now. And you notice that he is has a ring around. It's a gold ring around his left finger, ring finger. It looks like it's some sort of a human, but it's been twisted and deformed. And just as you're about to step out, Savitar, you recognize something that's like on his skin. It's tattooed. It's a serpent. It looks very similar to your own necklace as well.
Poor bastard. Alright, well, as I load my crossbow with the silver bolt, as well put him out of his fucking misery since he's already here.
Oh, wait, so should we talk to him at all?
You see,
Polaris, I'll cover you.
You see as a wisp starts to like pass by him, and he like chases it and then grabs it. And then it just keeps passing through. But he like pats at it, almost like a cat in a laser light.
He has also got the stupid.
No bueno.
Okay, so,
I
Yeah,
hate to
the-
say it, but he could be. Well, no, he wouldn't be. Never mind.
I was
I
gonna
was gonna
say,
say he could be a font of information if we greater restoration, but no, he wouldn't.
Good. Oh, also, he might be a
Dahlia
witch.
doesn't remember how she got here, so
I do now, as far as I know. I don't think there's anything I don't know anymore.
Yep, you know everything.
Yeah, but you were only under the effect for a handful of minutes. Who knows how long this thing, if it's been spent the last 40 years of its existence here, it is unlikely to remember anything of value.
do you remember everything that happened to you while you were under the effect?
No!
No, he was asking Adalia.
I know.
Okay.
You
That's
hear
not
that
your
from the
response.
thing. No, you hear that from the thing up there.
Yes, and we seem to be upsetting them. Everything was both unfamiliar and familiar at the same time. I knew I existed, but I don't know why.
How about this? Do you remember any of the questions that you were asked in that state? Can you recall the exact sentences?
With a yes?
Yeah, you can.
Yes, I remember you mocking me.
I didn't mark you.
I know you didn't, Shakar. Nobody did.
then that means this thing could perhaps know valuable information, but
And it will
It's
know everything
also-
about how we treat it.
it's also spent its time wandering in this state, so it wouldn't be pursuing valuable information.
Well,
No,
I
no,
guess-
prison too far. No.
well,
Speaks.
I'm gonna cast calm emotions on it and suppress its frightened state. It makes
Um,
a charisma saving throw.
Okay.
Which it will fail.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move this
I
here.
have a
That's
plus
funny.
10 proficiency to saves.
Oh, you're right.
I doubt it.
yeah, sure thing.
Yeah.
Wait, we
Dude,
think it's
dude.
been feeble-minded?
Charisma saving throw, you say?
We just saw it grab the wisp, yes.
It might have made the save. We don't know.
It- completely fails, but you see as it like chases into the water and is thrashing around. No! No! Too far!
Frightened.
And then you and then you cast it and voices. They're gone. Goes back to eating its flesh.
He's so happy now.
All right.
That, however, did not happen to me.
I'm gonna.
So he's
I'm-
gonna be calm for 1 minute. So we have a minute to talk to it.
Hey there,
Alright,
buddy.
Saboteur, you said you got my back, right?
Oh yeah, I got you covered.
All right, cool. I'm gonna start like slowly walking towards it.
When Chikara says, "Hi there, buddy," immediately he turns, it looks at you, and you watch as it fiddles
cannot
with this
feel me right
finger. You watch as it fiddles with the finger for a second, and he disappears.
I'll cast the invis on myself.
You can see him standing right there, silent and not moving an inch, just hunched over with the fish like this in his finger. Not fish, but like the food.
It's literally
Did
Schmeagol.
Schmeagol have the ring right now? Is that what's going on?
It's also not Shmee, it's Smeagol.
Well, it's Schmeagol.
Yeah, get it right. Anyway, back to the immersion. As
That's pretty
they
fucking good.
begin, when they begin moving forward towards it, I'm just gonna call out real quickly. Hold on, brother. Hold on. Pull out my Witcher symbol of the serpent or viper.
He looks. Colgrim.
We just
I'll
want to
raise
talk.
mine up too, just in case.
I don't.
I
don't.
when
have
you
enough
raise it out,
to-
he says, "Colgrim." Saboteur, make me a history check at advantage.
Okay.
Well, we know Dahlia understood her name, so that's probably its name.
That Colgrim was a friend of yours. While ago. Disappeared like most Witchers do. Not sure exactly how. But you know he was hunting a creature that supposedly was from the Hells, but it was some sort of demon. You never went to the contract to know for sure. It was just the last you heard. That was the last job he had, and then you never saw him again.
And how long ago was this?
Probably about 70 years ago.
He's been down here for a while then. Something killed him that he was hunting.
But
I don't.
this does not look like him. But like you don't recognize any of the facial, even like close to thing. Like he would have been probably about 5'10". I guess that's really all. But he just doesn't look right. The facial bone structure looks wrong.
What happened
don't-
to you?
I've been here for a while. It's a fun place. My friend
doesn't-
left. He got
The fact that
attacked.
Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. He got attacked. I tried to help, but I left.
Who got attacked?
My friend. He. The one. Colgrim. He says again.
So you aren't Colgrim.
He kind of shakes his head in a bestial way, and then he like splashes around in the water a little bit.
I cast or what cast? I use Arcana. Do I think he's been cursed or something? Like, why is he being so weird? I think
He's
he's
still
just a
invis, by
crazy
the way?
person.
He is still invis, yeah. So only
Can you hear him
Chikara can
talking?
see, but you guys can hear him talking, and you can see the splashes. At this point, he's not hiding at all.
So, you can trust that we're here as friends. You mentioned a prison just now.
Make
What-
me a
what can you-
persuasion.
What can you tell us about this prison?
I can show you the way. And then he looks over at
Inside checking that.
probably Corzo. Yeah, he's gonna look over at Corzo.
There's my persuasion, and I will make an insight.
He's gonna look over at Corzo,
Baby.
and just as he looks over at you, he takes a little gold coin out of this like flesh pouch that he has on him, and he like dang, 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 dang. It's actually it looks like a platinum piece. And he's like, I can show you for some of these.
You want some platinum pieces?
He's invisible. He's not showing us anything.
Just a
Uh,
floating platinum piece.
The insight. Chikara, you get the sense that this thing has been here for a while. Based on before, it seemed like it has some voice in his head. Probably from like past fears or something like that. And you also get the sense that he'll do stuff for you if like he gets what he wants, which at this point just seems to be some money.
And you asked me to roll a persuasion. I rolled a 19.
Specifically, soul
Yeah.
coin.
Nope. It looks like he wants money, gold pieces. And
What if I pulled out like a shiny copper piece?
go for it. You can sense it on Chikara, or not Chikara,
I
that
will
Corzo.
attempt to either perform, persuade, or in other ways.
Okay.
By pulling out like a bag of copper pieces and saying, like, "These are all yours if you will lead us to where we need to be safely."
Ah! And he splashes on over to you, Adalia. Shikara, you get the sense with your insight and seeing what's happening right now, you get the sense that he has this like past kind of money sense to do things based off of a deal, which sounds very witchery.
But this prison that I was asking about that you mentioned, what can you tell me about it?
And runs over to Adalia with the coins. And then looks back at you. Adalia, you feel a tug at your coins.
The bag that I'm holding.
Yeah.
Half now if you really need, if you must, but how do I know you'll get us there safely?
And that the there is the there we wish to go.
Yeah, I'll show you out of here. I'm not going to the prison. He like starts going around again. No!
What can you tell us about this prison that you fear?
The outside. It's got fire. Burns.
Is it here? Is it nearby?
No, It's a ways. It's through the city.
Do
What
you
city?
do you understand the levels of hell and that you're on the first?
Ah. Yeah. River flows. It's fun. You can swim all day. You can catch
does that-
things.
Does that align with how we know to go downwards?
A little bit. Yeah. You're running with like very little knowledge of it. Corzo has a little understanding. It seems like the river might be the way down. But you do know that there's a city down further, or at least somewhere else, and he says it's through the city. With your insight, you completely believe that he's telling the truth.
Well, he's not lying to us, but I don't know that his prison is the prison we seek.
Did we get a name of the prison that we're looking for?
You did not.
How many prisons are there in the Hellos?
Did you ask how many prisons?
Yeah.
I'm just asking that in general to the party. Like, well, how many prisons do we think are down here?
Probably a few.
I can imagine with the way souls are traded and wills are robbed that there's probably lots of prisons.
Is the prison you're taking us to on this level?
Oh. It's deeper.
Is it the 6th level?
And you see as he just like starts going, well, Chikara, you see, and then at this point, he twists the ring again and he appears back normal for everybody, and he's right next to Adalia. And at this point, now that he's this close to you guys, or you, Adalia, you can smell, and Broy, you can smell the flesh that's like rotting in a sack next to him. And the sack kind of looks like it's been made out of human tissue. Yeah. And he's starting to count. At least 5. Do I have a deal? And he like trying to grab the sack from Adalia again.
Well, he could just be mistaken in that we're on the first, so going down 5 deeper would put us at the 6th. But either way, going to the 5th level would be closer than we are now.
We're in completely unforeign lands, although I don't want to entrust my life into a creature such as this. I fear we have no other choice.
Well, and I know it's not deceiving us at least. Fairly confident in that.
Well, what's our next step then? And I'll look at him like, your name.
Valoroth!
Say again.
Valoroth!
Thalaroth?
So yeah.
Say again. Valoroth.
Do you
What is Valoroth? Well,
do you
that's
collect many tokens, Valoroth?
He looks at you. I work for jobs. Are you paying?
No, but I am a gift giver.
And he pulls the sack really hard this time on Adalia. Make me a strength check, Adalia.
Okay.
If you're trying to hold it. If you're not,
Yeah, no, next time I'll attempt a dexterity to not have him grab it at all.
okay.
Save, not a check.
That's fine.
Good point. I can re-roll without the plus.
No, it's fine. It's enough that he's not that strong. You could tell by his weak hands and stuff. As he tries to pull it down, no. And while he is kind of this hunched figure, he looks about 3.5 feet tall, 4 feet tall. You could tell if he stood up, he'd be way taller.
So I think we're all in agreement. Pay him half the copper, take us down to the 5th level.
Or wherever. Yeah. Can the party agree on that?
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
All right.
All right, here are the terms, little buddy.
How long has it been? Has my spell ended yet?
5 floors down. You take us. You get bag.
No.
The other
He
half
said
of
half
the
now.
bag.
Yes,
Yeah,
you'll get half
I'll
now, but
clarify. The other half of the bag is what I say out loud while I throw 25 copper pieces on the ground.
All right, and as you do that, he just immediately starts digging through the mud and the water. And as he's getting them, he's like, and then throws it in his little sack. Which you can hear, you can smell the flesh from it. But as he's throwing it in, it sounds like it's hitting other things in there.
so the other half, 5 floors.
Let's try to make sure we don't stay around in this place for very long. Savitar, you said you have the heading
And he's looks. That's all.
for Corsa?
He starts running off, kind of like a gallop,
Follow after him.
and he actually is quite fast.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
We'll follow.
Get him! And with that, we're gonna take a break here as you guys are kind of following after him. He's moving about 40 feet per round, so he's a little faster than you guys, and you have to run to keep up.
with them.
Can you? What's your move
Yeah.
speed?
40.
40? Okay, yeah. Then you could keep up with him, but everybody else is kind of having to sprint to keep up with this guy as he's like
I fall
running through.
behind very slowly. I am
But
very-
occasionally, you see as he like drifts off and makes a turn and like jumps and like grabs something in the water, and like pulls it out, and it looks like this like eel-like creature thing that's like growing in the swamps. And he pulls it out and like rips it, and you just see blood spew down, and it.
Hot.
And with that, we'll take a break.
He just starts sucking on that seal.
We'll be right back. So we are officially back, but I know we're missing 2 players, so it is what it is. It be what it be. Anyway, as you guys, hey, look, Broy's new token, so beautiful. Look at that for everybody. Look at him.
Nice.
Look at him in all of his broyiness. As you guys are following this creature through, he seems very excited and like kind of chases after things, and gets whatever. She, she's eating right now. Sorry, Bloom. She'll come over here shortly. But I did pet her for you. Anyway.
Not enough.
I know, not enough. There's never enough pets for her. She deserves as many as she can. She's so cute. My little princess. Anyway, as you guys are following, it's a while. It takes you guys 3 hours or so, or 4 hours of following this non-stop. He seems to just have the energy to keep going and going and going. At this point,
Energizer.
I'm going to have everybody make me a con saving throw to see if they could keep up.
Done
It's
so well so far.
DC is 10. So it's a very low DC, but yeah, you guys should all be able to.
You said con saving throw?
Yeah, as you chase after, and it's a lot of running through this swamp.
For the next hour, I do have See and Viz, and for like another half hour, I have Comprehend Languages.
Okay, well, it does wear off after a little bit because you guys are running for a while. Broy?
I will be dragon form while this is happening, so the lowest I can get on a Constitution saving throw is a 10.
Yeah, no, that's then great. So Polaris is fine. I will roll Broy's, and I will roll Sevatar's as well, really quick. Okay. Broy fails. And I'm sure he's fine. Okay, cool. Great. All right.
Use the auto fail command.
The auto roll nat 1. That's funny. Okay.
Wow.
And it's the 2 people that aren't fucking here.
He's like, I'll roll for you. All right, you both get 1s.
Yeah, I love that.
I know, they're gonna love this. Anyway, it's their fault. They're not here back in time. Anyway, you guys see as Sevatar, who's been keeping up pretty well, is starting to slowly dwindle and gets behind Corzo.
He doesn't have to make a con save, does he? Because he's not sprinting. He's just normal move speed.
After 4 hours of constant moving, yeah.
Okay.
It's not, because you guys haven't stopped at all.
Him advantage?
No, because I mean, you guys can just stop the guy. Anyway, you start to see Sevatar slowly pull back over the course of like 30 minutes or so as he's trying to keep up. Same with Broy starting to like trail behind about 30, 40 feet before Broy shouts out, guys, we need to rest. We need to stop for a bit.
He's still in full plate, right?
Broy is? Yes, Broy is. It's weighing heavily on his keeping up with all of you. Adalia, you can Adalia and Chikara, you guys can sprint up to Valroth if you'd like to.
Valroth is the guy's name?
Yes.
I would call out. Well, no, I wouldn't. Okay. Yeah, I will sprint up and relay the message. Our party's falling behind. We must rest. How much farther?
Like half as much that way.
Okay.
Half as much time or half as much distance?
Yes.
I was gonna say that's kind of the same.
Yeah, I'm like,
No,
he
not
he
if it's
looks at you
uphill or if the terrain
a little
gets harder.
confused, and
I had to do laundry.
haven't much
If
that
you-
way.
If it becomes difficult terrain, it's gonna be, same distance.
Same,
twice as
same
much.
terrain, same.
This isn't character. Shut up.
That's when he starts shouting. Broy,
Okay.
you failed your con save after you're running and chasing him after about 4 hours, and you just slowly start trailing further and further behind. Same with Sevatar. Before you shout out for everybody to stop.
If there's only half more to go, then we are
2 hours away.
3/4 of the way through. Okay, just about 3/4 of the way through.
We're 2/3.
That's it. We're 2/3 of the way to a safe spot, Bri. Just keep running.
I'm good.
Nope, you're not. You rolled a nat 1 on your save.
I had to do laundry.
It's okay.
Sorry.
As you were running and trying to keep up with them, after 4 hours, you were getting fucking exhausted of trying to keep up. And you slowly trailed behind over the last half hour. And at this point, you're like, guys, I need to stop. You roll the nat 1 and you're just like, I can't move on. If you would like to give yourself a boost of encouragement with your sorcery points, you can try.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll re-roll the.
Okay.
I will say, Sevatar probably should have advantage. It doesn't make sense.
Oh, actually,
We're all-
never mind. He does because rangers have the moving through difficult terrain thing.
Well, and I was
so
just gonna
he's
say,
fine.
if we're all double sprinting, we're literally exerting twice as hard as he is.
I know. It's fine because the terrain.
Oh.
It has nothing to do with the other stuff. Because you guys are all running through this swamp. Like that doesn't matter. Anyway, Broy, you are like, you know what? All right, as you're like trailing behind, and you give yourself this boost of encouragement, and you just start sprinting right back up to Corzo, and you slowly start passing him. Like after the next hour or so, you slowly get ahead of him.
It's impossible. I run at 35 feet per
He
round.
has.
Oh, you do? I thought you were all the way in the back. Never mind
Nope.
then. Never mind. I thought you were the furthest back.
Nope.
So, Broy, you never catch up, but you are still following them. You don't get left behind in the dirt.
Am I the slowest?
Yes, at this point, you're the slowest.
You're the slowest because you flagged briefly and then re-rolled in.
Yeah.
No, I was saying like everybody else have 35 feet.
You feel like a slow poke with your 30 move speed.
Just me, baby.
Oh, no,
Just
never
me.
mind. 30.
Yeah, and Sevatar
Yeah.
has 40.
After about 6 hours of running, you guys
Hours.
yeah. You guys come upon this mystic where you saw those wisps now and then as you were going through, but in the last 20 minutes, you've been seeing them a lot more frequent. And as you climb over this fallen tree trunk area, you're standing up on top of it. You can see about 15 to 20 feet away from you is just this massive river of souls that are flowing down and up in all different directions in this area. But it's like 100 feet across of just blue, or this wispy blueness. And I will pull you guys over to the map. And
Do
you
we know that that's clearly the river Styx?
Uh, I mean, at this point, you're pretty confident. That's where he was telling you he was leading to. Yeah.
Okay.
Based on what Corzo was saying, the wisps are related to the river. There's more here. It looks rivery. I think we're at the river.
How do we plan on crossing the river?
And you just see as let me pull him back out, but Volrath, as he just like starts going into the water and starts swimming.
Wait, Bolrath.
Where's my NPC? Thanks for the lurk, Rubadub. And where is he? Oh, there he is. It's like, where's my little guy?
Bolrag.
He's like climbing down into the thing. He doesn't just like jump in head first, and then he starts swimming. And then you shout out, and he turns and he goes, "Down this way!"
We can't go in the water.
We
Is there
can't.
another crossing?
And then he climbs out of the.
I thought. Whoa, time out. I thought Corza said we're not supposed to go in the water. Like
I don't think we should be able to.
And he climbs out of the water, and he goes for Adalia's hand, and grabs your hand, Adalia, and starts to pull. You're muted.
I want to attempt to have him not grab my hand at all.
Oh, okay. Make me an acrobatics check.
Disgusted by him. Just disgusting man things.
No,
Yeah. He tries to grab your hand, and you're no.
The fuck out of here.
Is this the only way?
He looks and down the river. Looks very confused at you.
When he says down the river, is he pointing down as in like following the river in the water?
It does seem like he is pointing the river direction. Yes,
Can't
like
we just-
like going down it. Yeah.
Can't we just run alongside the river instead of swimming through it?
He
We're all
looks at
much
you.
faster runners than we are swimmers.
I'm gonna
And-
do an Arcana check on the water.
For the first time, you see as he just kind of like droop down and just like starts walking along the water edge pretty slowly.
Also, you said we were halfway. Shouldn't we take a break now? That's what you said.
You're at the water.
They needed a break
It's
because
been
of
6
their
hours.
ability to run.
Right. Adalia asked you earlier if we're almost there. You said half as much, so 6 hours would be that. So
Yeah.
we're there now.
You're at the water, yes. And he looks at you. Yeah, we're at water. And
So
he
do we want to take
reaches
a break
in.
here, everyone?
We can let what's his name?
Valroth or something.
Valroth.
I think Val.
V-A.
Valroth. Yeah, let us take a break. You can swim around and get some fish while we rest.
He like jumps in.
I'd like to fire a shot or two into the water and see if it acts.
Okay.
Since I know water to act. And or I guess
I also did a 22 Arcana check on the water.
Can I cast spells again?
Yes, you can. All of those negative effects are gone now.
I'll still fire my arrow into the water to see if it whatever's.
The water freezes up. I'm assuming you're using that ability where you could throw it at a certain spot and it freezes it. Yeah. It freezes up.
Talking about any shot with my winter bow that lands on the ground just starts freezing the ground around it.
Yeah, that was what I was checking with. I was just double checking. I wasn't sure if it was like you specified. I couldn't remember what I. So as you shoot it, it does freeze up a section of the water there.
I mean,
Does my Arcana check tell anything about the water?
It tells you there's a lot of these wisp things throughout the entire fucking thing. So much so that you think it's essentially saturated with them.
the same blue wisp that I caught.
Yes. And as you're looking closer, Broy, because part of this is you have to get a little closer, you can see faces in the water as it like
It's like a
sinks back
jellyfish
down.
migration.
If I hold my hand out, does anything try to reach out to me or anything like that? Like I don't let it touch me, but
So you're gonna hold out. Make me acrobatic, or make just a general dex save.
dex save?
Yeah. Okay.
God.
As you're holding out your hand, you see as these wisps kind of reach up and move very close, like not quickly. Sorry, they just kind of move up like a few inches out of the
They're trying
water.
to get me.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem like enough to, like, you just move your arm up and that's it. Seems pretty
Alright,
easy to
everyone,
avoid.
How long do we want to rest here? I'd say about an hour. Does that sound good?
Yeah, I'll give frolicky, swimmy soul man a good break. Let him frolic.
Well, I think
know.
the break is more for us than him, but
Yeah, but
And by us.
how is he just in there right now? I'm gonna
I-
do a
I-
ritual detect magic on.
I think that might imply that he doesn't have his own soul.
Yeah, he's not human anymore.
But I could be mistaken. I'm fairly new to all this.
No intention on touching any of those blue wisps again.
Yeah, I think we learned our lesson on that one.
You do see a shiny red wisp. You
I
said you
chase
want
after the red wisp.
to- Yeah, that's a 1 in 512 chance or whatever.
Yeah, that one just kills you.
You wanna go for it?
Turns out that
It's
one's just
floating in the
power.
middle of the water. But conveniently, when you cast your freeze thing, it like lifted it up. So you could try to get out there before the water washes it away.
Can shape water and just like lift it up.
I'll throw a great ball at it.
All right. So as you guys are setting up, what are you guys doing with your little camp area?
Finding cover and just keeping an eye out, so nothing
Yeah,
sneaks up on us.
perception as well. For
Yeah.
sure. I can help with the fire because of survival bullshit, but mainly perception. I have no interest in staying.
Okay. You guys hopped over a log to get to this spot, and you saw it about like 15-ish feet away. So you could like basically be right behind that log, which gives you a little bit more coverage on the back side. You can see the whole river on the front side. You feel fine with this. Chikara, as you're looking around for any other advantage points, you do notice that there is a very large, like almost like bone-like structure sticking out of the ground around you.
Notice that.
Yeah. Yeah.
On the map.
Like that?
No.
This
This.
thing.
Okay.
Well, yeah, that too. Actually,
Yeah.
that's a little
that
jarring.
was the more disconcerting, if I'm honest.
That
Yeah, I
one's
mean,
heinous.
arguably, I would have had to crawl over it. In touching it, did anything happen?
The arm thing?
Trying to get to the water where I'm at.
I'm just gonna say you did it here for the sake of. I guess you could have crawled over it. That's fine.
Okay,
I don't
guys,
care.
don't touch the bone.
Nobody-
Yeah. No, you crawled.
Clarify, don't touch the
No,
bone.
no, no. You crawled over it. You didn't really think much of it. Because it's covered in a lot of mud and dirt and stuff like that. You didn't even really notice that it was a bone. You were just
Nobody be
climbing over.
alarmed, but there's a pretty massive bone structure protruding from the riverbank.
Does it seem to be moving?
Does it seem
Is
to
that
be
what you
moving?
tell your clients, Chikara?
Not that you're aware of, and it seems like any
No.
small thing that it would move would be pretty obvious.
I tell my clients to be very alarmed.
Before we rest, does anybody have anything they can put in my
Crazy.
in my heart amulet?
Just love.
How much are you missing?
Oh, I have it's empty. It's completely empty right now. I used the 5 charges that were in it to cast Greater Restoration.
And what are your general spare reserves like?
Pretty good.
We're only resting for like an hour, right? We're not doing a long rest.
Yeah,
No,
just
we're only
for
doing
this
an
one.
hour.
I think we can wait.
I don't get no spell slots back in that time.
Gang, gang.
Because depending on what I need to use in that time span. Oh, actually, hey, I just remembered. I've been kind of saving something for this moment. We probably don't need this little fucker, but well, here we are. Can't hurt to have a secondary confirmation. Give me a minute, everybody. I'm gonna pull out these 2 bone divining rods. And like kind of go into a meditative state of casting for a minute and cast find the path.
Ooh.
Eric, you
Okay.
need a refresher on it.
It shows you the direction that you want to go. Yeah, no, I'm good. As you cast this,
I think it shows like an actual trail, doesn't it?
I don't know if it makes a physical trail or if it's a mental trail for you, Chikara.
Right.
But you visually see this like almost like yellowish energy kind of like shoot out a line with a little bit of a trail behind it that like sparkles. And as it goes down,
It is mental.
it stops about 60 feet away from you, but it's following along this river.
So it does seem like he's leading us on the right path. I'll have this for the next day as long as I can maintain focus, but doesn't hurt to have it as a backup. We want to follow the river.
Okay.
Here, I'll put it in the chat for you so you can read it.
That's Andy.
Yeah.
Right.
Since
So-
I learned of Vicina's capture, I've been studying this spell to make sure I could get to her most efficiently.
Just following the shoreline, you think?
Would it be a religion check to know anything about this river?
I would accept a religion. I would accept
Yes,
a religion
following
check.
along the riverbank is our most direct
Got nothing.
path.
All right. All right. So as you guys make your short rest for a little bit, just kind of from that run and sprint, clean up what mud and dirt you guys have on yourselves. You see Valroth down in there, and you see as he just like is in the water. You can actually see through it pretty well. These wisps release a little bit of a light, so you could see him as he's going around through there. And then at just one point, he just like jumps up out of the water. And you can see that there's just like a trail of blood that's like pouring down the side of his mouth from something that he has. And he splashes back into the water.
Also, what's the temperature like? Is it warm?
It is
Not
cool.
water, just here.
It's cool. It's not warm.
Then I'll still wear my wolf pelt.
It's not cold, but it's like a 70
No,
70
no, then-
degrees. It's like a cool, not like super hot at all.
Then I will take off my Arctic wolf pelt.
Okay.
So
I will say,
Chikara's
yeah.
just in trousers.
All right.
Yeah, before leaving, Polaris took off his fucking bear pelts.
All right.
I mean, I still got my like hide armor, but like a little bear clothing. No longer is wearing that.
All right. Has it been an hour?
Assuming
Oh,
nobody
at
else
this
wants to
point-
do anything.
I'll ask Roy for one of the 3 potions to identify it over the short rest. Because
Oh, I was gonna
you
do
can do
that.
that, right?
As soon as Broy pulls it out, Savitar looks at it and is like, "That's a healing potion, just a standard healing
Regular
potion."
heal. Oh, then anybody
Like,
got a healing
within
potion? I want
seconds.
one of them.
Like as Broy is pulling it out of the bag, Savitar is like, "What the fuck?"
That's
Well,
a good potion.
I have 2 healing potions to give people because I'm keeping one of them.
I'm proficient in alchemist supplies. I would.
Go ahead and give one to Corzo. I think he had to use a couple recently.
Corzo, here you can have one.
I would take one. Thank you.
Dahlia Polaris, are you good with Corzo taking a second, or would you like one?
I have a few of my own.
Savitar?
Yeah, I've got a few left too.
Yeah, you can go for it. It's
All
all
right,
good.
Corzo, take them both.
After you guys are all rested up, you guys get back on the trail, and Valroth has gotten a little bit more happy, and he's now swimming along as you guys are walking along the side. It's going a
Does it
little
look
bit.
to be- Does it look as if he has a swim speed, or is he moving half as fast as he did before?
He's moving a little slower. I was about to say.
Okay.
He is
So we're not
moving
rushing.
slower, so you guys are not like running and having to keep up this whole time.
It's a little.
Yeah.
It's a brisk walk.
Yeah.
now.
And after about another hour of this, you start to see in the distance, and now Polaris, you can see a little bit. You can see this now clearly, this mountain that you've been looking for. You can see this cave structure that kind of like stretches up and over this river right here, and it's like barricading off any other passageway other than this river. But as you guys are approaching and you get about 40 feet away, those of you that are looking out, which is usually Adalia and Sevitar and Chikara, the three of you make me a perception check.
Yeah. I am not a survivalist. I am not an investigator. I am a lookout.
Yeah.
Given
That's
that
all I'll ever do.
the guide is
You're a
swimming through
looker.
the water, and we're to like navigate the shores without touching the water in any way, shape, or form, I imagine that's what most of our time is spent trying to keep up.
Yeah.
Like,
His is
it's
definitely an
difficult for
easier.
us.
Yeah, his is definitely easier. Sevitar, though, is pretty fucking good at spotting out paths, and that's why he's getting a little bit more distracted on getting you guys through the fastest way, the easiest way. So he's over there like this way, this way. He's the leading you guys on this. But that does mean he's looking like 10 feet in front of him, not like 60 feet in front of him. While Chikara's kind of hanging back a little bit further, and same with Adalia, and they're kind of spotting everything and then following along with the others. Sevitar, you're finding a path that like splashes around in mud, but also avoids this river as it comes up and makes it pretty easy. You guys get to this cave area, and Chikara and Adalia, you both spot a figure, a hooded figure in what looks like a glass or maybe a spectral boat, just like sitting waiting in the middle of the river at like the cave entrance.
I wants to yell out.
Does
I'll just stand by.
my find the path?
It goes
Anytime
and then
there's a
like
fork?
yeah, no, it goes straight to the ship.
Okay.
And then you see from the ship, it kind of like bends over to follow down the river.
It seems like my spell is saying the fastest, most direct route would be to ride this ship.
I assume it's
imagine
not
we were-
going to be free.
I doubt it would be. Typically, a ferryman doesn't wait at the river for the good of the people. Especially not in a place like this, I don't think. What was that, Adalia?
Oh, Adalia wasn't speaking. I imagined we were close enough that this person would overhear us if we started talking.
You're probably about 50, 60 feet away from it, because it's like in a boat in the center of the river. And you guys are, a fair distance away. You can see it. You assume it could see you because you're not really hiding.
What do you think
Or-
the chances are we can commandeer the ship?
By force, you mean?
By force, I mean.
I don't know. I don't know what that entity is.
Yeah, I'd rather not fuck with it.
Why don't we
Oi.
find out its price before we see if we need to use force?
We also get our little friend to come on with us.
I get
Yeah.
the feeling that we're not welcome here as it is. That he's not waiting for us.
Highly possible. But there are enemies of our enemy here, so you know the expression.
Yeah.
Perhaps he can be bought.
Well, let's find out. I'm gonna start
Let's-
walking towards him.
Let's ask our
We
friend.
might
too.
not know the expression.
Whistle at him or
Yeah, Sevitar.
Balroth.
Taxi!
Balroth. come here.
Balroth comes back. Sevitar, what do you do to try to get the thing's attention as Balroth is like swimming up? Okay, you like walk towards and like step at the edge of the bank type of deal.
Yeah, say, Hail, ferryman.
Within about 10 seconds, you see as this creature kind of turns the ship and points it towards you.
Does it look like the boat can accommodate us all?
No, it doesn't. As you look at it from here. No, it looks very
We know it's a ferry.
yeah, no, it looks very small. Ha, I get it.
How many medium-sized creatures could it fit?
Give me a survival check.
As an expert in boats, I feel like I should have the advantage on this one. Eric.
You
boats
do.
aren't my thing as well.
Polaris, looking at that boat, number one, it looks very spectrally. And number two, it looks like it is maybe large enough for one other person. And I had a thing to pull out. But Sevatar, you see the ship slowly turning and starting to see as he just kind of moves his paddle. And he's moving closer to you. And I'm trying to find my little token
Valroth,
for it.
What do you know of this boatman?
And he looks at it. I've never seen it.
You're a font of wisdom. Thank you.
You get the. I'll just load the whole fucking token here. This is easier. It's not this big, but you guys can see. This
Kaiju!
kind of just pushes through, approaches, and then turns and pulls right next to you, Sevatar. And then you see as his hand goes out, and you see it's pretty bony, but as you can see, the bones are like semi there and semi-transparent, and he's just holding out his hand.
Well, I think I know what this is all about. I'm going to just
Give him a high
subtly
five.
pull my Sea Fury stone out of my bag and just kind of hold it up, not put it in its hand, but just like kind of grip it as if asking if this is what it wants.
You can't see beyond this like shadowy hood at all, and its hand doesn't change positions, just holding it out straight forward at you. No sound is made.
What is needed for passage, good sir?
Well, maybe put like just a coin to see if they'll accept it. Test the waters. Also, only one of us can go in that boat, and I really don't think we'll be able to commandeer it at all.
Well, and frankly, even if we could, it'd serve for one of us. There, I would
Two
serve for
max.
purpose. Can you procure a bigger boat, ferryman? Woo to you too.
It doesn't change at all. It's just holding its fucking hand out. Valroth gets into the water and like kind of like climbs to the edge of the boat and sniffs around for a second, and then all of a sudden the boat loses, like he's like holding onto the ledge, and then he falls into the water as the boat like loses a section of corporealness in that moment, and then
It seems like it's a magical boat that's an extension of its entity, of its being. I don't think we can commandeer that, even if we needed to.
give me a perception check, Sevatar.
Okay. Oh, hold on.
As you are kind of like looking at this, you do notice in the water underneath this boat, there are a few different gems and a few coins down there, like gold coins and copper coins and stuff like that. You spot them every now and again as like it shimmers with one of the wisps.
Vorkath hasn't noticed this?
Valroth has not noticed it.
I'll put the stone away and pull out a gold coin and not touching him, just dropping it into his bony ass hand.
It just goes straight through his hand and through the ship and onto the in through the water.
Oh, son of a bitch. All right, I'll pull out one of my 50 gold piece gems then.
Balrog,
Again.
grab that coin. It's a tip for your good service.
And he goes into the water. You do the 50 gold gem?
Yep.
This time his fingers start to move for a split second, and then it goes through the hand, through the ship, and into the water.
Oh, son of a bitch.
And as Valroth is under as Valroth is under the water getting that or looking for the coin, he gets hit in the head with this gem, and he grabs that and swims out.
I'm gonna need that back there, little man.
Yeah,
Finders keepers.
Valroth.
Oh.
Valroth. The gold coin was payment for retrieving that gem in advance.
Make me an intimidation check. Oh, wait. Actually, no. Make me a deception check, Chikara. And he does go back down and gets the other gold coin as well. And yeah, and he gets the gold coin and he pulls it out, and then he slowly hands over the gem.
Great job. You earned your payment. Keep that up, and there will be more coins in your future.
So, I'm assuming there's
Who keeps beeping?
I don't know. Not
Me.
I.
Sorry.
That we have to pay.
That was the last time.
So it seemed to twitch at the gem, so it gems more than coins.
I'm willing to bet we have to pay with a soul coin, guys. We're in hell.
Did it? Sevatar had a soul coin. It didn't seem to budge.
No.
Seems
Did
more
you
like-
drop it into his hand?
Well, he had a gold coin, not a soul coin.
Yeah,
He
it was
also
a
pulled
gold
out the
one.
Wraithstone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
I'll switch it out. Make
You-
sure to hold my other hand beneath the homie's hand because I can't have this thing touching the water.
So you didn't touch the Wraithstone in his hand. You just held it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say, yeah.
Okay.
Hit it with that.
Make me an acrobatics check before you drop it. Just like as you're holding it, yeah. You're trying to make sure you get the balance, and you're anticipating it to potentially go through. And you're holding both hands out, but at the same time you're kind of like leaning forward a little bit because the boat is out a little bit away, and you don't want to touch the water, so you're kind of out here like leaning, keeping your balance pretty well, and you drop the stone in, getting ready to catch it with the other hand immediately, and it just lands on his palm. And you see as his hand like grips over it fully, and then he opens his hand again, and the stone is gone, and he puts his hand down. And then he gestures over to the boat.
Well, I've always wanted to say this. I guess I'll see you guys in hell.
No.
I'm gonna get on the boat.
Okay, as you step onto the boat, you see as the ship actually grows a little bit.
Oh shit.
I'm
Nice.
excited.
He's a grower, not a shower.
Corzo.
He's getting excited at the prospect of souls. Yes, Roy.
We all.
Don't you have a bag from that?
I am not
version?
holding that bag.
Is
Who
it?
is?
Does it re-extend its hand at all?
You're at this point, no, because Sevatar was standing like right on the edge.
I walk up to the edge as well then.
He turns and looks, and his hand starts to open.
It can't want a coin for each of us. That's a steep price.
I mean, yeah, but it's. Do you see any other services that are offered to compete?
Are you implying that he's a price gouger?
But I'm
Now,
saying
Eric.
he's also allowed
Yes.
to be.
Do I know? Have we seen any animals?
You have.
Points before.
You have not. Give me a religion check.
Are you about to say that cats don't have souls?
Oh,
Within
about
each
to
out of
go.
Aurelia?
No. It's something that you've kind of pondered in life. Your thought is that they go somewhere different. And you know Facia is filled with animals.
All dogs go to heaven.
So maybe it's something like that. Maybe they're reincarnated or something, but you don't get the sense that they go here.
Into a mouse, guys.
What was that?
So I turned into a mouse. I'm joking, but so I polymorph one of you guys into a mouse and see what happens. So we polymorph Valoroff into a mouse.
Do you?
I mean, I'll take the mass. I don't have a soul coin except my own, and I don't know if I have my own.
You do have
I
yours.
have my
Yeah,
own.
okay.
We have a bag of those.
Yes, I
coins.
have it. We discussed that like
How many do we have?
20 minutes ago. 10 total, minus the Wraith Stone, so 9.
Okay, that's enough for
Why
each of
would
us.
you use it?
Pass them out.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, Broy. I'm going to hand you this little stone.
We have our secret weapon. Don't worry.
It's going to weigh very heavily in your palm. As soon as I give it to you, you put it in that thing's hand. Do you understand?
I don't know why you're being all weird about it.
I need an affirmative. Do you understand?
I understand how paying this man works. Yes.
Do not hold on to the stone any longer than you need to. A book told
Just
Corzo.
give me the goddamn stone.
Listen, a book told Corzo you couldn't handle the weight of this stone. Prove it wrong. Are you gonna let a book make a bitch out of you?
Yeah, I'm gonna handle the shit out of this stone. Now, can I please see it?
I'll pass him the stone.
All right,
Alright, I have the stone. I feel
Broy.
how heavy it
Boom!
is.
Holy shit! You feel immediately a hit in the gut of just anger and pain in you right now. Greed and everything, and it's a lot. It's a huge you hate this feeling right now.
I'm gonna be looking at Valoroth and trying not to cast something to steal his ring, and I'm gonna set it. Into the boyo's hand.
Oh, huge weight lifted immediately. Like, holy crap. And it gives you a whole new respect for Corzo when you see he's got a fucking bag of these with a sword with a
Chikara has it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
Chikara has the
I'm-
bag.
I have the
but
bag.
Oh, you're
dead.
saying the sword.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
like
the
The dagger has thousands.
Yeah, or at least hundreds, but probably
Yeah.
thousands.
Am I
Oh,
suffering
souls. I don't know if
anything?
it particularly has
Other than the boiling blood.
yeah,
Well, that's
you
from
are.
the bloodstone, not the sword.
Okay, I was like, I'm like any
Yeah,
physical.
honestly,
This is a good
honestly,
time to
Corzo,
bring this up.
strangely, you're not feeling much different. If anything,
Doesn't
it's a
say
little
that out.
quieter. If anything, it's a little quieter. Like, the voices don't hear it as much. Hey, every once in a while, but it's actually quieter here.
I get on the boat and I sit right next to Sevatar.
I don't think you like that answer either.
From the exterior, though, in that moment, you briefly saw Broy like recoil in agony and like
Yeah.
starting to crumple as the stone was handed before he passed it off.
Did Chikara
All right.
feel anything?
Chikara feels a little bit of weight. You more than most because you're cleric.
Clericiness.
And with that, it closes. Broy, he gestures to the ship. I assume you walk on.
Oh yeah, I sit. Like I said, I sit literally like touching Sevatar.
You have to. You literally have to. There's not enough room on this boat. But then it does extend a little bit and like widens a hair as you guys continually. I assume each one of you do this.
Yeah, I'll go to Polaris
Also, what happened to my icon? Why is it different?
because that's the old icon. He had probably
Oh.
reloaded it.
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. Sorry.
I'll go to Polaris.
Rip.
So, the book didn't warn us about you, but you're kind of like the in between from Broy to the rest of us, I think. So
Yeah,
be careful.
I died, guys.
yeah, that's fair enough, boy. I'll be honest.
So maybe get by the water before I pass you the stone. I'm not sure.
You think if I turn into a rat and go in your pocket, that you'll have to pay for your soul coin?
If this thing's gouging each entity for a whole ass coin, I'm guessing it'll know when it's trying to be scammed.
Yeah. That's
the
what I was
price-
thinking.
If the price was a gold, I'd say go for it, but
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll try my best.
Okay.
I'll hold my hand out to hold the stone.
I will
All right.
pass you one of the. Yeah, I'll pass you a stone.
Polaris, it's a lot on you as well. You haven't felt this for probably almost your whole life. The only time you did experience this feeling was when a person from the mainland came by to check out your ports and was just ever living rude to one of the homeless dwarves in your area. And you haven't felt this much anger before until except for that point. And you're holding one. And you plop it back into his hand and he gestures to the ship and it's immediately relieved.
Adalia, here's a stone. I don't know your disposition. Handle it at your own risk.
Thank you. Upon getting it, I would just as fast as I possibly can hand it over to the Wraith.
Yeah. And for you, as you are holding it, it's not a good feeling. It reminds you of that.
I would also shield it from touching my skin. Like,
it doesn't really help in this case. It feels like you basically have an envision of that child that you saved in the forest, or so you thought, running around, and you feel like something terrible has happened to her. And that's just like, you get that for a brief moment of regret and like sadness for a moment, and then you let it go and step into the boat.
Well, yeah, about that. So he takes the coin, and then what?
Closes.
If there's an indication that I'm allowed to just continue to stand here until everybody's on the boat, I'll enter last.
Give me a perception check. He seems to gesture to the ship, and with your perception, you're like you're not sure what would happen. Do you want to?
No, I'll get on the boat.
Okay. So you get on as well, and then Chikara, you're walking around with this heavy weight of just like feeling as if you failed, which is what's driving you right now. This, like, you've had these coins for a little bit, but this is driving you as you feel like you failed Vicina. So you're using this as a motivational tool, which is strong. It is very strong when given the right amount of power, not too much. But Corzo, you have you don't feel anything.
I'll pass Corzo one of the big coins that we had just found, and I'll use one of those myself as well.
Okay.
You want to go last, or you want me to go?
Let me go just in case anything happens.
All right.
My soul's not my own, so let's make sure I'm clear for passage.
While you're going on, I'll turn to Valroth. You think you can keep up with us swimming?
Yeah.
All right.
And he just starts going.
I rope around him.
Should I try to give him? Should I try to give him more gems first to see if there is a cap on the gems?
Sure. I'll be ready to catch him, I guess. I'll cut both my hands under.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
I was gonna just set it there and wait till he closed his hand around it.
All right. I'll still have my hands
That's
kept
what I was
under.
gonna try to do.
So you're gonna hold on to it.
Until I know he has it. If he'll let me do that.
Okay.
And I'll give him like a 100 gold. I don't know. What does he have in the boat? Like rubies or just an assortment?
There is nothing in this boat. It is a spectral. Everything you guys have handed him, all that's happened is his hand is closed, and when he reopened it, there was nothing there.
Oh, I thought you said Sevatar saw a bunch of gems.
No, at the bottom of the water, as if
okay.
people
Bunch
gave
of
gems and they.
gems and
Never
gems.
mind then. Sorry, I thought they were in the boat. That's changed. I don't think it's gonna work then. Never mind.
'Kay.
Sorry, I misunderstood. I will use the soul coin.
Okay, cool. You drop it off, gestures, and then Chikara, you as well.
I'm good.
Okay. As you all,
I thought you said they were in the boat. And I was like, well, there
No.
has to be some gems that he'll accept.
as you guys are all in this boat, he turns and then starts rowing away, seeing no other souls out there, or people, more accurately. And he just starts rowing down this path. As you guys are in this boat, you can see through it. You can see the faces that kind of like go right up against like the spectral bottom, which is right where your feet are. You can see faces, sometimes eerily familiar, but just like it's almost like a memory of something that you're not sure if it's real or if it's just this place is imbuing on you. Sadness and fear. Some of them looked as you see and you peer deeply into their eyes, you can see that they're lost, and some of them are going completely opposite directions as the water. And every so often you see a couple of hands like reach up over the side of the railing ever so slightly before like it gets whisked away. Which to some of you, as you guys are resting, kind of like bring your arms in tighter, a little afraid, and you guys are getting really close and comfortable with each other as Valroth is just kind of like swimming around on the outside of all of this. You guys enter this cave, which is about 100 feet up, and it just goes, and you see these stalactites coming down in different areas, almost like spikes that are sticking out of the cave. And you see this like moss-like structure growing along the edge. It's green and it has a little bit of a glow to it. And you're just coasting along for the next 30 minutes or so. Before you start hearing in your head, all of you guys, the toll was just the price for the boat. And he's just rowing, and just going, all treasure will be taken up ahead. And he's just rowing.
Treasure.
And then you hear one more in your head. Dispatter will be pleased with this crew.
I don't know that fool.
With an insight of 18, you can't pinpoint who's saying it, but yeah.
What was the last thing that was said? What was the person's name?
Dispatter will be pleased with this crew.
That's the one that rules the second level, the City of Blood.
I'm going to cast See Invis on myself as well.
Okay.
And then make a perception.
Okay. You notice like a slime that has kind of gone across the edges of the walls of this cave. You think that there's something, and Corzo, go ahead and make me a religion check at advantage because of the book.
What is religion down here?
Okay. Does anyone guidance him?
I'll guidance him.
Roy, you getting a guidance?
Sweet D4.
Yeah. All right. Cool. With that, I was DC 15. So, I was like, you're so close. With that, like, images start flooding back into your head, and you're like, wait, there's guards at each level to prevent you from moving from one level to the next. So there must be something at the end of this that's a guard to the next level. And the ferryman is just moving you.
Well, dang, I wish I could have remembered that earlier.
Yep. You could have been making saves in that book I thought you guys were going to take the book, to be fair. But,
To be fair.
yeah.
I don't think that would have gone well for us.
Yeah, maybe not. But probably not. It would have been a very good item for somebody to steal in this area. Anyway, as you guys are going through, you guys start to hear more laughter in your ears. And
So, what's the name of anybody who owns a deeper level of hell?
Deeper than this one?
Any deeper than the second level owner whose name I've already forgotten again?
There's Asmodeus on the 8th. And there's Ralmouth on the 7th?
I'll turn to the
Sixth?
spooky guy and just start saying.
you want to
those
roll me
names.
another... Oh, okay. So you saying that into your head? Like thinking those things? Or saying it out loud? Or how are you doing?
Out loud to the spooky man.
Okay. What are you saying?
Just the names on repeat. Ralmouth.
Well, maybe don't say that one.
Ralmouth.
No,
Okay.
I don't think we want to say that one.
It's the only
That-
one that's stuck.
All right. Make me
If you
an
say
intimidation check.
If you say once,
Adalia.
I'll immediately say, go, no, Asmodeus. Go with that one.
All right.
Asmodeus.
Make me an intimidation check. You think you're smart? Asmodeus is locked up.
Is that to everyone again?
Since I'm
That
now looking at the spooky guy, did his mouth move? Is that mouth?
you are looking at this thing, and this thing doesn't seem to be phasing whatsoever. No face, no. It's just like a billowing cloak of shadowiness that you only could really see the hand come out, and it was very spectral, skeleton-y. You
Okay,
get the
well,
sense that it is not this creature that is doing
as we
this.
all know, we're being watched. And I'll just stand up in the boat and just start saying them louder, trying to now gain the attention of anybody nearby.
Quickly load crossbow.
And at this point, you start to see chains in the cave that are going up and over to somewhere in the darkness that you can't quite see.
was
These
the-
massive chains.
Was the Asmodeus being locked up said to everyone telepathically?
Yes.
Okay, I'll insight.
Yeah, I mean, you believe it.
Didn't say that.
The intention. What it said in the book was Asmodeus was losing.
That's what it said. Not
I mean-
that he was locked up.
Yeah,
That
he is losing if he's locked up. Yeah, I know. I was gonna say that, but I didn't. So, anyway,
Dahlia is like standing up and making noise. Like, I don't know who's. If anyone makes eye contact with you, I'm just gonna give a legit look.
and you can see like a tentacle moving through the water that's like pulling, like closer to where you guys are going, like just the edge of the tentacle that's like coming back, which gives you the sense that that's where the slime was kind of coming from, Chikara, that you saw. And with this, the you start to see in front of you a man-made or creature-made like outline of a door and like steps as the ferryman is pulling up. And with that, you see this creature drop from the ceiling, smashing down on the ground, and I will move you over here so you guys can see it. You see this creature smashing down onto the ground, tentacles waving, and it has like these small little wings, and you guys should be able to see it. Maybe not. Let me just do this really
Not
quick.
it.
We can see the vague outline of it.
I'm just gonna do this for right now, so you guys get a sense. And then you see this gate on the other side of it, and it's looking at all of you, and it's
Well, then
it's
you must
laughing,
be
and the
manipulating
ferryman
it.
is just going, just rowing you closer and closer to it. And with this,
With-
yes.
With my see invis, do I see anything else around?
No other creatures or anything like that. No. Just nothing that stands out. And with this though, we will pick this up next session as you guys are rowing closer and closer to this creature. And thank you all for coming. And yeah, we'll pick it up back up. Woot woot. Next week, Tuesday. I'm excited. I hope you all are. You can see through the gates. You can see a city in the distance.
Ooh,
Well, I don't know if that's the one we want.
I see red.
And with that,
Deal.
we end. Thank you guys for coming.
Does my path go past it?
Yes, it does. It leads right through and through the doors. And with that, yeah. Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.